Here we go. All ones.
Hi there, I'm Zugzug. I play myself, Zugzug. I'm a former space barbarian, former ex-con, and current member of the interplanetary syndicate, the Neon Knives. I'm not exactly sure of my position on the Yoramani Queen, but I think I'm the space janitor.
Last time on Traveller, the crew of the Yoramani Queen emerged from hyperspace en route to the latest planet, insert name of planet here. We received a distress signal from another craft, and we feared it might be a trap, but due to space, the rules of space travel, we felt compelled to investigate. I think we've ended up picking up blips of two other Aslan craft, but they weren't able to spot us or something like that because we were rolling super hot. And then so we made it to the ship. Glocta and Zugzug board the ship. We encounter everyone on the crew is dead except for the one guy who needed a patch kit, right? Oh, and they shot the dog. We pull the guy off the ship. He needs a patch kit. Is that where the game ended?
No, you guys had talked to him a little bit. But Dr. Yang had patched him up, and you guys were talking to him.
Right.
You guys had found out that these guys had shook him down for 10% of the electronic cargo, which is worth a lot of money on this planet because they restrict technology.
Right.
And you're kind of in the middle of still talking to him, and you guys are on the way to there's still a one-day burn to the high port. Due to the wound that Lisbeth got during the honor duel with Harry Naval, that session a while ago, it's gotten infected, and Dr. Yang has to put her into one of the cold storage, the low berth, and get her to better medical care on the station.
I figure that it's probably just going to be one of those matters of having to put her through some quantity of treatment to avoid she's just inebriated and just needs to rest.
I'm going to say, you have to put her in the low berth, and that's going to take, it has a medical thing in it that'll heal it up real quick, but she has to be under to do it for it to work. So, yeah, she's not in this session. Can't make it. And who has the pilot skill?
I'm going to have a +1 there, Dr. Yang, for the pilot.
I have +3.
Of course, like Barry hasn't used it since he went through basic training in the Solomani Navy.
You're like, hey, I can fly the ship, and Dr. Yang's like, hey, I actually used to race space yachts back in the day.
Dr. Yang was a space brat. He didn't have a home planet.
Oh yeah, you're a born spacer. I forgot about that.
Yeah, he probably has a better idea of how to pilot a ship than. Well,
yeah, you grew up
contemporarily should.
So I'm going to assume we're going to be flying this one then, but I'll let you guys decide. Dr. Yang, you just came back in from putting Lisbon in the low berth for medical treatment, and you guys are sitting there as you're flying to the station, you kind of autopilot to the station because you're day burnout. So any other questions you guys want to ask this guy before we start getting to the station?
Well, Dr. Yang is going to make sure that he gives, his patient the entire video from start to finish of the surgery so that he can have that consulted whenever seeks other medical attention elsewhere.
Yes, you guys have all your video and sensor data.
Are we going to a colony world of the Aslan?
No, the planet, as in the write-up, it's a human world part of the Yoramani cluster, so most of the population is Yoramani-Solomani mix. The local rulers maintain their control of their oligarchy through the control of technology. Unlike Irshadasa and York, this world is not directly under military rule of the Imperium. It's like any other kind of world of the Imperium. They kind of rule themselves, where the space between world is actually the realm of the Imperium. So each world is independent on how they rule themselves in the Imperium, unless they're under direct military rule because they just lost a war.
Yeah, no, I was asking because we called traffic control, and
So these. What I'm saying is this. So this oligarchy, the protectorate, is actually hiring Aslan mercenaries to do their security work.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay. Probably worse than having an Aslan colony then.
Okay, Zugzug has I want to ask the guy off the what was the name of the other ship? The Moonrunner or something?
Yeah, the Solomani Moonrunner, or just
Moonduster.
Yeah, we just called her the Moonrunner for short.
Okay. I want to ask the surviving member of the Moonrunner. Listen, man, these dog killers, I need to know, how are they armed? How are they armored? Like, how many of them were there? Like,
they boarded my ship with a 2-man team. They had they're running with the 2 fighters. I assume they have a 2-man boarding party on each of those fighters. They came in with just basic combat armor and auto guns, like normal bullet rounds. Big Aslan fuckers too.
Anything else we need to know about them?
I didn't see him too well from the because I was in the cockpit, and by the time I got the door closed, they had already killed everybody on the ship running down that hallway. Got me right before the door closed.
Okay, partner. One last quick question. Do you feel like the dog killing was in a self-defense type scenario, or like more malicious and horrible?
Oh, I'm pretty sure it was malicious. They weren't leaving anything alive on there. I mean, honestly, I don't think the Aslan might even know if the dog is sentient or not. So they might have killed him thinking they could tattle on him.
If the dog would snitch on him, everybody knows a dog wouldn't do that.
Yeah, Aslan don't really have dogs on their world, so they might not know that.
Met one of these lion people yet, but I'm hankering to.
Yeah, from what I hear, you don't call them no lion people. You get a little upset about that. Yeah.
Upset. They make mistakes. They die quicker.
From what I understand, the traffic we had in communication with the station, these guys, it doesn't seem like they're working together. But they did have the same uniforms, though, so I'm not sure what's up.
Interesting detail there.
Yeah, that's what I thought, too. So I'm a little worried about showing up to the station, but yeah, where else are we gonna go?
Did we have anybody that actually had to be at the station?
Your crew or all your
Am I coming in?
Your passengers.
Oh, we had passengers? Okay, I don't remember how.
You have to
was
drop
all
off
of
your
our
passengers, and you also have something like 50 tons of electronics you need to sell.
Yeah, we have to hit this port. Hitting the port's not an option. We got to do it. It kind of sounds like it's like free-for-all status with these like extra charges and tariffs and stuff. Like whoever gets to you first gets to take the bribe, but I don't know.
Yeah. Also, Zugzug, you have a crew on Gustav, a neon knife crew on Gustav ran by somebody called Gray.
Yeah, he's the fixer for the planet or the leader guy. Okay, yeah.
Do the Neon Knights have a port of their own in here, or like a docking berth? I can't remember the land there than in a general one.
Why'd you call him?
I'm asking Zug because I have no connections to the Neon Knights myself.
I've never been on this world, and I've never met the Neon Knives on this world. I basically have like a...
You do know how to contact them.
Yeah, I have a guy I can call in a pinch, but I don't know anything about him.
Fair. I'm just thinking that might be a better thing to see if we can do a private docking, because it sounds like if we go to a general docking, there's going to be a dockmaster that's going to want to collect our tariffs.
Oh, just FYI, when you guys dock with a high port, you're going to first deal with Imperial authorities, not the local authorities.
Oh, we're dealing with Imperials.
Yeah, so when you first dock, spaceports are ran by the Imperium, and they usually are adjacent to the local area. So you would be docking in Imperial space, then there'll be like a checkpoint that goes into the local territory.
Okay, so I have a question, and maybe I should already know this from having played Traveller for a second, so apologies in advance. But is it sort of like when you touch base at an Imperial like docking port, is it sort of like thinking like a UN controlled zone or something that?
Yeah, exactly like that.
So the local guys on planet, they can't get their teeth into you. They'd have to go through the Imperial Marine guys.
Yeah.
In order.
Yeah.
Okay.
So your ship will be safe, but once you cross over into the local territory, then you're under their jurisdiction.
Okay, got it.
Okay, gotcha. I'm fun now.
Yeah, in the case of Iridasha and York, the only other 2 planets you're on, they're under direct military rule of the Imperium due to the Imperium winning the war and trying to transition over to a civilian government like Gustav is.
And then,
that's why that's why the Yormani and the Solomani are fighting each other to see who can get control of that civilian government when the Imperium backs off.
Do we know if there's any illegal goods on this planet? Because
I'm sure there's lots on this planet. It is a planet. I'm sure there's plenty of illegal stuff on here.
Well, one of the key problems we're going to run into is making sure that we're on time for our respective duties as it is.
I don't want to spend too much time here.
No.
Buddha Joe got ahead of you after you guys failed to booby trap him.
Yeah, Buddha Joe got... Is Buddha Joe still important, or did he ship out already?
Oh, he's only a few hours ahead of you.
Oh, he's only a few hours.
Basically, the time it took you to rescue that guy, that's how far ahead of he is on you. And who knows, he might have stopped and got a space haircut somewhere. So you're sitting down with the guy at the table, the captain of the Moonrunner. He's told you that these mercenaries work for the local government for security forces and kind of the muscle to keep them in power. The planet restricts technology, basically anything that uses a computer. It does get through under the world, but they try to maintain control of it as best they can so they can maintain their oligarchical government.
Are we going to accidentally another war?
All right, you guys do remember
That's
contacting
probably fair enough.
you guys do remember contacting the station, and they had Aslan or communication officer taking your request, and you did notify him that you had a survivor.
What did the communications officer want again?
You guys contacted the station and talked to their communication personnel, told them that you had a survivor, and and kind of gave them an update of what was going on. You're headed to the station. What do you want? Do you need any more information from this captain? Or are you going to do anything before you get to the station? Is what I want to know.
I didn't think I needed any more information on the cat thing because getting an Aslan meant, well, I don't want to say anything more because I might offend her honor.
Oh, you're not talking to her right now. You've already talked.
I know, but I really don't want to.
Yeah, Aslan can be a little temperamental. If you don't know.
Now that I think about it, do we have any footage of, or like a picture of whom took the call whenever we contacted the port?
Did you guys record it?
I figured it'd be logged somehow.
Okay.
But it wouldn't be in the logs.
Give me a computer check. If you pass a computer check, you thought about saving it.
Hell yeah.
All right.
My inclination is to show the survivor, hey, is this the for whom you spoke to? Because this might be one of those matters of a limited few people are involved in whatever shenanigans you may have just crossed paths with. And we may.
I would say he saw the communication. He's like, nah, those aren't the people that are hit me up about stealing my stuff. Those were all male Aslan. They're a lot bigger than the female Aslan that we were talking to.
That's a female, is it?
Yeah, the Aslan males are almost a third bigger than a human or a Aslan female. They're pretty big.
Huh.
Like even a big guy like you, Zug, come up to about their chest.
Yeah, these guys are like basketball guys.
Okay,
Good time, snoo.
And what'd you get there?
I got an 11 on the log
okay,
check.
yeah. So you guys recorded that conversation then.
Yeah, I'd figure that showing the survivor a freeze frame if he contacted
I definitely didn't
the port
see
and just go.
I definitely did not see any female Aslan on that boarding party or any people from those two fighters that boarded me.
All right, so it's not immediately plain that we may be stepping into anything. Well, yet.
Basically,
I've seen how big Aslan can be. I don't want to step in anything of theirs.
And so basically, as GM, I'm going to let you guys do your planning and let me know when you guys want me to cut to getting to the station.
I mean, obviously, we're not coming into the station hot because whatever territory. What's our plan? Like, how much illegal cargo do we have to sneak past these guys?
You have no illegal cargo.
Nothing we have is illegal this time. Okay.
Well,
only
it's
thing that
controlled, though, is the electronic stuff, so that's about it.
Well, you do know that they do deal in electronics and buy it at very high rates. Protectorate, Directorate guys are all about buying up that technology and using it, but keeping it out of the hands of the common people.
Okay.
Basically, all the rich upper class douchebags have technology and laptops, while all the worker and middle class people are running around in like the Old West era.
Goodness.
I'm sure there's technology that trickles down to the common people here and there. I'm pretty sure that's one of the things that Neon Knives are selling on World. But yeah, because of that, it comes with a high price.
Chaos wants to get 1 billion cheap ass phones and just drop them just over the entire place. Just here.
Yeah, just give them some chaos.
Chaos time, bitches. Yeah, that'd go over well.
I was gonna say the only cargo I'm actually concerned about is the Aslan Jungle Cat. That might be touchy for the Aslan. That's the only thing I'm concerned about.
Okay, so obviously Zug doesn't know or care or understand this, but meta time, is that thing sentient?
I don't know. I haven't figured that it was, but I
probably about as sentient as
I'm kind of
typical house cat, except bigger. And
the only concern I have after you had me read the Aslan culture is the jungle cat thing.
I don't think it's sentient. No.
So would they be offended that we had an Aslan jungle cat? Like,
my only concern is they might be offended that we have an Aslan jungle cat.
Do you guys have anything with Aslan culture you can roll?
have the language.
Knowing the language doesn't really help you out with Aslan culture. So
yeah, my guy knows
The skill
diplomacy.
reading.
That's about it.
I did do
And
one
it's
of the
just very broad.
Yeah, one of my tours had come up with an Aslan, like I think it was a border world or something. So I did spend a 4-year term.
Okay, I'm going to say you know enough about the Aslan that you don't think that there's going to be any issues with having an Aslan jungle cat.
Okay, yeah, that was more of a player question because I do remember one of my terms of service.
I was going to leave you guys hanging if you guys didn't have anything background to justify knowing this, but you do have a reason to justify knowing if the Aslan jungle cat would be an issue or not, and you don't think it will be.
I think that's only because I spent a 4-year basically policing one of their worlds.
Now, you patrolled the border during the war, the Aslan Solomani border.
Well, Zug can call his on-world contact, but I don't know this guy. I would probably be hesitant to immediately contact him unless we felt like it was emergency status. But if the rest of the crew feels that way, then I'll reach out to him.
I think the main name of the game is get there, get to the high port, sell off the electronics. Do we need to refuel? I don't know the intimate stats of the ship at present.
We need to refuel,
so sell electronics, refuel, then leg it.
Yep.
No, we need.
I haven't seen a whole lot of details about how exactly the ship operates. Don't know how deep into detail we're going, really.
You have enough fuel to do one jump, which runs off of hydrogen. You do have fuel scoops, so if it has this system does have a gas giant, that's where you found the moon runner. You can scoop hydrogen out of a gas giant or even out of water and process it. That gives you less jump capability and slows down your jump time. Where if you buy it from a station, you get refined fuel, which will slightly increase your jump time.
Okay. I know Cat has a bunch of what's in our cargo hold and all of that.
Yes, if you look at Traders Guild, there is a list of everything you guys got.
Okay, any other pressing matters that we need to consider aside from avoiding potential ambushes or getting pantsed?
How far ahead of us is Buddha Joe?
Few hours.
Few hours ahead of us?
Yeah, we got a bit preoccupied with that shot up ship.
Okay, I mean, look, if we could figure out a way to close that gap a little bit on Buddha Joe, I guess, if there's a way for us to figure that out. I don't know if that's like a matter of crunching numbers or just rolling good dice or what, but I guess that's I can think of.
Honestly, I don't know what the limitations of this craft's velocity are, and doing anything too, over the top may cause us greater setbacks.
You have a thrust of 1, which is like the lowest. You're slow as fuck.
It's a big skip with thrusters that has a laser pointer on it.
You're just a cargo
We're running
ship.
on Bean Burrito.
We are no Millennium Falcon. We are basically the 10-minute chicken.
Probably.
So what's on the next world that we're going to? What's in high demand for the next jump? Is there anything
that's a high population world, so you're going to look at luxury goods. Like if you had a bunch of milk vodka, that would sell really good there. And I think the plan was to show up over there with nothing.
I have figured, we had a day to get there, so I know we're on a timeline to get to a location because it's a time-sensitive job.
Buddha Joe's ass because they just do first come, first serve on this fucking contract.
Yeah, the next one because the next world you're picking up the ice and bringing it to the prison world.
Okay, so that's next world. Okay, cool. That's what I was trying to figure out.
Commodity goods could we round up that would...
You can roll on the random goods table to find out what you get for each roll, and you can always buy foodstuffs here.
Hang on, what is the next place we're going to? It's a higher tech level or something, right? Or did I misread that entirely?
Yes, it's a high population, high tech world. Yeah, you go into Bill.
Commodity goods, we'd have to find something that isn't typical there that would move quickly.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at right now. But this is stuff you can figure out later. You need to get to the station and sell your stuff before you start buying stuff. Yeah, you guys are focusing on the back end when you need to be focusing on the front end of stuff. You want me to hand wave and go to the station, or are you guys going to do anything before you go to the station? Is what I need to know.
Part of the trick is making sure our books are straight.
Can't think of anything else, but if anybody else has anything.
Now that I think about it, who's handling the docking and all that jazz?
Man, who's second in command, yo?
I think that's Commissioner Barry.
I am the XO? Like, we never determined that.
Yeah, we did never discuss this, and all of a sudden we're like, okay, captain's in a medically induced coma. Bye-bye. Like, who's in charge?
Yeah, Dr. Yang is not interested in being in charge.
Who's
More
the
so
boss?
along the lines that he's already piloted a ship about. He's just not interested in trying to get other people on board with his bullshit.
I guess go try to dock without blowing up?
So as you guys approach the station is actually a space elevator. It has a giant cable car kind of thing that connects down to the bottom and brings the foodstuffs and livestock up to the station. There's a center. The center of the station is where the locals actually control, and there's an outer ring which is where the ships dock, and that's the Imperial territory. You guys know what a space elevator is, or do I need to describe that?
I vaguely have an idea what a space elevator is.
Yeah, they actually have
An elevator that goes to space.
Yeah, it's they actually have a base on the bottom connected to where the low port is, and then you can take an elevator literally up to the space station. They're physically connected and have. Yoramani Queen, this is Imperial air or space control or traffic control. How may I direct you?
Port to dock with the station.
Please stock at station port number 35.
After that,
Check in
thank
with
you.
Imperial personnel when you are docked.
After that, thank you. Yoramani Queen out.
Paradise Station out.
I'll send the coordinates over to Dr. Yang.
I thought you're Dr. Yang, you're flying the ship. Okay. So yeah, you get the coordinates over there. Don't do a negative effect, and you won't crash the ship. As you guys are pulling in, you notice that the Thunderchild is parked right at dock 37 as you're coming in.
Go slash that tires.
I was just thinking that. Let's go, put some water in his gas.
Oh, just drop by with a couple of cans of rattle can paint and just draw a dongus on it.
Yeah, I mean, if we can't do anything else.
Brilliant.
And you guys do know your buddy Lee is lives on the station right now.
Dr. Yang will call him up.
Arthur, you get a phone call from the Yoramani Queen.
Ooh, exciting. What's going on, guys?
Hey, Arthur, how you been? Heard you were in town.
Something's rocking, wouldn't get off.
Oh, just pulled into the station, mate.
Awesome. You got an extra room?
Yeah. We're a little short-handed at present. Captain's, got the lurgy, but should be fine in a day or two. But we can use some extra hands. You could probably talk pay rate with her whenever she's up and about.
Listen, brother, you serve her up some of that vintage Bruno. Okay, we're gonna get you a good rate on the pay. All right, believe you me.
Zug just rambling in the background, and Arthur can overhear this or some jazz.
Yeah. It's retrofuturism. You have a big screen and you push the play button and everybody in the room can hear it and talk.
Okay, so we're space Skyping. Got it.
Yeah, you're space Skyping.
Yeah.
I love it. Zug's out bigger than his stomach with regards to Pruno wine. He just can't wait. Oh,
you probably already have some made up for him.
I mean,
you can probably get the captain's favor with some good milk vodka.
Look,
Not
you guys,
what I'm just saying.
Arthur's like a genius with this shit. Okay, he's got the knowledge.
I'm not entirely sure what the captain's taste in booze is, if she's gonna be cool with whatever that is.
I have this vision of Zug in the back. He has have you ever been to Mexico and got a soda that comes in a plastic bag and they put a straw in it with tape on the top and you just drink it out of that, but it's like toilet wine.
Yeah, good times. It's like you gotta let it breathe. You gotta have that straw in there. You gotta air it out, man. Yeah. Let it breathe.
The chunky bits are not harmful.
We already Yoramani milk vodka is quite thick and chunky, so Bruno's probably goes down pretty smooth.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the milk vodka or the weird whatever that is. No thanks.
Hey, Arthur, you know anybody on World who's got any connections to the spaceport here?
Connections how? What are you looking to get from the spaceport?
Like, if we wanted to slow someone down from being able to leave the spaceport,
Yeah, your friend Gray might be able to help you out.
I was gonna say, Gray with the neon knives is on planet. I also have Streetwise skill. Would I know anybody else?
Gray runs out of the local tea house, the Chinese style tea house that's actually on station.
What were you saying, Lee? Something about Streetwise? I'm sorry.
Let's say I have Streetwise skill, and I've been on. I grew up on this planet. Would I know anybody else besides Gray that I could go to kind of?
I'd say you know Drake, who's the Solomani syndicate boss too, but he's on the low port.
Okay.
Not on the high port. Okay, cool. Figured I'd ask.
Yeah, those are the two major syndicate powers on planet. The Neon Knives run the high port, and the Solomani syndicate run the low port.
Okay, so we'll have to reach out once we get through customs and shit.
Well, if Gray's on the high port, can't I talk to him while they're going through customs and getting docking and so forth? So
yeah.
Oh, good call, brother.
Because I'm assuming you want to slow down Buddha Joe.
Oh, you already know. This ass for 3 hours on us while we were saving someone whose whole crew got shot up by lion monsters who killed a dog. It's a long story, partner, but I'm going to share it with you once I you.
Hey, that looks like just much. Don't call them lions or tigers or anything.
Oh my!
Yeah, don't do that. You're gonna get us stabbed.
Him stabbed.
So do call him that because it'll piss him off, and then we can kill him easier. Yeah.
And also,
because I understand.
Yeah. The Moonrunner captain's like, hey, you guys mind if I hang on the ship until you get make sure the locals know what's going on? Maybe talk to the Imperials first.
Yeah, it's probably pertinent to keep things under control.
Yeah, I kind of want to stay on this side of the Imperial control area before we go over there and talk to the authorities over on that side, just in case.
Indeed.
Well, before they, while they're coming into station, I'm going to try and meet with Gray, and using some of my admin skills, I'm going to kind of give him some ideas of ways that we could slow down or keep Buddha Joe's ship tied up in paperwork a little bit so he can't quite leave.
All right, you get hold one of Gray's agents. It's a Yoramani guy with way too many tattoos on his face, and he's like, "Hey, I hear you trying to get a hold of Gray. What's up?"
Yeah, I got some buddies coming in, and they're kind of in a race with this guy. We need to kind of slow him down, keep him stuck in the station. Can we bog him down with some paperwork for a couple hours?
Maybe we do control the longshoremen over there on the docks, so we might be able to do something. Why don't you get your crew to go over to the Midnight Moon and go talk to Gray personally?
All right, we'll do that when they dock.
She'd probably be really interested in hearing what they had to say and how much they got going.
You got it. Thanks.
All right, cheers, man. I take it you guys are getting off the ship. What are you guys doing?
As soon as we clear customs, I'm touching base with Arthur to get the 411 on.
Okay, yeah, you can. They restrict anything. It's you can have on the station. You can only have handguns or just handguns. You can't have rifles or anything.
Okay.
Let's take the snub pistol and my knife.
And you can have hand or melee weapons as long as you're not rolling around with a pole arm or something.
Harder to hurt a lot of people with a knife than it is with any kind of firearm.
Well, you can have a vibro knife or a vibro sword or whatever you want on there too. But yeah, you can also have laser guns and pistols and whatever you want. They just don't want people. If you're running around with an assault rifle, they're going to question why you need an assault rifle. If you got an old sawed-off shotgun cut down to about the size of a pistol, that'd be fine too.
Yeah, as long as it's generally pistol size.
It's basically as long as you what you have needs to be justified to be personal defense, not offense.
What does spray bottle with innocuous clear liquid do?
They're not going to ask questions on that.
All right, cool.
Maybe do a medical check if you're going to do the Shadowrun secret sauce in there.
Nope, it's not going to be that. It's actually more terrifying than that.
Shadowrun secret sauce. Oh my god.
No, it is not Shadowrun secret sauce.
So I guess
it is far scarier.
Arthur, where are you meeting the crew?
Can I go up to their deck so I know?
Yeah. So you're so by the time you had made the meeting with set up the meeting with Gray, you have plenty of time to go over to the dock and meet him at the dock.
So is it like airport? You can be waiting outside the gate, basically?
Yeah. This isn't 9/11 didn't happen. It's 4,000 years in the future. There's not that many regulations. You can walk around with guns and stuff.
It's 4,000 years dodged to 9/11.
Yeah, so it's not like space. They're not a totalitarian state like we are. It's if you get out of line, the Imperial Marines will kick your fucking dick in the dirt, and you're probably gonna regret it.
They're They're gonna steal your skin and make you ask for it nicely.
Yeah. The Imperial Marines are the ultimate fighting force in the Third Imperium.
Okay.
They may be dressed like big giant lobsters, but they will fucking kick your dick in the dirt.
Affirmative.
They'll do it while dressed really silly.
Is there any like docking paperwork or garbage like that I have to take care of?
They did tell you
like,
to check in with the Port Authority. Are you gonna do? Or I assume we can hand wave that. You check in with the Port Authority.
Some of this stuff I know Cat's done, so I really don't know what.
Yeah, Cat does all your admin stuff, and actually I don't have copies of that as GM because I'm not a player, so it's kind of your job. So yeah, I don't have it myself. But yeah, we'll hand wave all this. If you guys need to, I'll hit up Cat between sessions or have her do all the selling stuff and all that kind of stuff off camera. So you guys meet up with Arthur, who's waiting at the dock at your docking bay. So each bay has kind of like its enclosed little cargo area, so you don't actually have access to the one next to you. So kind of like imagine it as a hotel room. They have doors that kind of interlock, but they're closed unless they have authorization to open it up and go to the next dock over. Then there's a giant ring that goes around where all the ships connect on the outside, and in this ring there's a whole bunch of like shops and vendors and all sorts of stuff on the Imperial side. And then there's little checkpoints that go through tubes onto the core station, which is even bigger. Imagine like a giant coffee mug stuck in there with like little port tubes that go in there with checkpoints that have on each side of the tube there's an Imperial checkpoint. On the other side there's a Directorate checkpoint.
So it's kind of like a tube airlock one side of the border.
Yeah, it's not an airlock because you're in the station, but it is like a little causeway that goes between the outer ring and the core station. And these are multi-level structures. Like the outer ring can hold about 2 levels of ships. So you have a dock under you, a dock above, or you have a dock stacked one on top of the other, and then there's a whole bunch that go around the sides. And this whole place can hold probably about 60 ships. The core central of the space elevator is not Imperial territory. That is actually Directorate territory, which is the local planet. So you guys have just got another ship, and meeting up with Arthur.
Okay. Sure, all the passengers are aware that we're docked, so they can start.
Oh yeah, they're getting out of there.
Okay, cool.
But the door,
the actor's like, yeah, that was a terrible ride, but thank you very much. I think I can find better accommodations from here, and I appreciate your help getting off that world. And the kid's like, oh my god, this is so cool. I've never seen a space station before. And he's like off in like a kid in a candy shop.
Yeah. I can't remember what all our passengers were.
Yeah, the other guy's like, he's actually dressed this time. Never did find that gun, but yeah, let the fake Lisbeth know that fuck off. And gives her the finger, kind of like he's giving the middle finger to the ship.
Zug a loogie onto that man.
Yeah, he's too drunk to notice and kind of wanders out like, what the fuck? Do you have birds here?
Just huck a loogie on the back of this guy's head. He just doesn't know.
100%. Fuck that.
All due respect, if getting spit on is how respect is now defined.
That one's for the captain.
Yeah, the last guy was like, oh yeah, you guys gave me a lot for a really good article for the TSA. The Travel Aid Society is going to really love this. And Gluckta, how do you spell your name?
Get creative.
So, I'll use a C in the front of that as he walks off.
Goodness, I'm just glad he didn't even notice me. Just I'm minding my own business.
Yeah, you're just
messing with poor Officer Worf. Just Dr. Yang is minding his own damn business. Nope, this isn't my problem.
Well, he wasn't on that deck, so he didn't see all the cool doctoring and rescue that you guys did.
It's probably ideal.
Then you guys could tell him, but yeah, it's up to you.
Nope. Yeah, there's a such thing as having the wrong kind of attention, and that comes off as ticking at least half the boxes.
Couldn't agree more, partner.
Yeah. So at the bottom of the loading ramp is, I guess, Arthur.
Arthur, you no good sumbitch. How you doing? Come here, partner. Zug embraces him in an overly friendly.
It's nice.
Keep the hands above the waist. We're not in prison anymore.
Oh, sorry. Goodness gracious.
The reach around.
Don't ask, don't tell, brother. What happens in space jail stations?
Settle in tonight for some just friends spooning.
It'll be just like jail. We can be cellmates again. room is
You guys don't have to share a room anymore. You don't have to argue over who's top bunk.
All right.
There's plenty of space.
Okay, so Arthur, what's the man? How are we supposed to meet this what you call it gray on world on knife shot caller?
We just need to go. I've arranged. We can need to meet him over at the tea house.
Tea house, huh? Does
What
tea
even-
inebriated on this world?
See Buddha Joe like at all?
Yeah, you're in your docking area. Remember I was saying each of your docking areas in a
Oh,
closed
okay.
room? So you're not
God.
you're not out in the ring yet.
We
Okay, I think
can't
I got
just
ahead
go
of
over there and
myself.
spray paint dongs on the ship or something. Oh well.
Should we head to this bar then?
Well, if all the custom crap is done, like, is that all that?
Yeah, I'm
All
gonna hand wave all that. Yeah.
Well, in that case, let's go do hood rat shit with our new friend Arthur.
Yeah, and yeah, I think right now either you're gonna. I'm not sure if you're gonna recon Buddha Joe's dock or if you're going to go to the House of the Midnight Moon.
Everybody, because I could recon. If you want, I could recon Buddha Joe.
Or we can go to the Midnight Moon and round up hooligans to draw dicks on his ship instead of.
Come on, Yang. Come on. We're refined people in a futuristic setting. We don't need to draw dicks on ships. We'll leave
fine,
scorch
we'll get
marks with our lasers.
Oh, fine. We'll get drunk first then, since we're so refined and all that.
Yeah, does tea get drunk on this world, or is tea just like tea?
You are Yoramani, so do you know what tea is?
Ooh, wow.
Well, tea comes literally from Earth, which is a Solomani thing. So you and Dog both probably don't know what tea is.
And the Volani, I understand, have a lot of herbology in their background, I think. So it's probable they'd have something that kind of compares to it. They just don't call it tea.
They probably have something else, but yeah. And a lot of the
They'd probably use it if they were speaking English.
a lot of the non-Solomani human races grew up on worlds and they were not indigenous to that tree of life. So they grew up on worlds where you had to highly process the food to eat it. So a lot of because they couldn't eat another species because you couldn't digest it, so you had to process it. So these foods and stuff that we take for granted don't exist in a lot of these other cultures. It's one of the reasons Solomani food is considered among the best.
Sure. I think about there is some tea that does have fermented compounds in it that is alcoholic. I'm not sure if that would
kombucha can be alcoholic, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's
depends
stuff
on
that's
how
made
it's
from
prepped.
putting hippies in a hot tub, right?
Basically.
That's something else.
All I know is kombucha stinks hideously, and tea is not supposed to sting.
Ooh, kombucha's good though.
I'll take your word for it because it's smelly.
It's like real life Yoramani milk vodka. You're like, what are all these chunks? A lot of floaters in the kombucha.
I was gonna say, if nobody buys, I do actually want to recon Buddha Joe's dock.
Okay, yeah.
Well,
are you guys gonna go there with them, or are you gonna go recon?
Yeah, Zug will go. Zug will go over there with Barry. We'll go see what's what really quick.
All right.
I want to make sure what's up with him.
I can give you a bad teamwork test if you mess it up.
The way these ports are made, it's like a room, but it's missing the wall facing towards the inside of the loop. So you can, you have like 3 walls, a ceiling, and a floor, and then the part that's facing the inner loop is just an open space, so you can actually walk by and kind of check out ships. And they generally that's where they unload the cargo and put it onto the dock, and they can move it along somewhere else. As you go by, you do see Buddha Joe. You do recognize Buddha Joe out there, kind of working, kind of shooting the shit with some of the longshoremen, kind of drinking beers with them, and like, oh yeah, you remember that work? Hey, that was great, man. You can't really understand what he's saying, but you hear him talking kind of loud from a distance. Some cowboy-looking guy with shades and a guitar, kind of sitting on a crate, kind of playing everybody kind of a song on the dock. They kind of have like some longshoremen checking out, like, yeah, that's kind of cool. And a giant, what looks, Zugzug, you probably don't recognize it, but Barry, you recognize what looks to be like a giant gorilla, kind of helping out, wearing clothes, kind of helping him out with stuff.
Oh, they have a giant gorilla like unloading stuff for him.
Yeah, it has a cybernetic arm too.
God damn, look at that hairy sumbitch.
I know, right?
It's Mr. Muggs.
That old boy's hair's all silver on the back.
So how do you guys approach this recon? What are you guys going to do? Just got to look from a distance, or?
Well, what information are we trying to find in this particular recon? That's, the biggest matter.
Yeah, I want to see that little. Okay, here's all. Hold on. Zug has a basic knowledge of, I guess, vacuum suits, and I think I have mechanics 0. I have mechanics 0. Zug is wondering if there's some sort of easy, like, we could like kick out his taillight or like unplug something real, just like quick lickety split.
The back end of your ship. So you see where your airlock is on the if you go to info dump and look at the map of your ship. You guys are coming. You have a bottom ramp that you guys have come out of. Then you also have an airlock on the side. You also have an airlock facing outward towards the vacuum, which is in between your exhaust drives on your maneuver drive.
Yeah, I see it.
So yeah, you could probably reach the outside of the station using that hatch and walk your way around.
So we can sneak around by going through a different exit on our ship, basically, is what you're
basically
saying.
The ass end of your ship, the front end of your ship is docked inside the station. The ass end of your ship is facing out to space. So,
but we need to put on.
So you're saying we can spacewalk from our docking bay to Buddha Joe's.
I'm saying that's a possibility. I'm not saying you can. I don't know. I don't know yet. You guys haven't gone out there. I don't even know what it looks like yet, but it's a possibility. Yes.
Okay. So team meeting.
Alrighty.
All right. Now, Zug would normally not advise us splitting up here, but a unique opportunity presents itself. We can physically see where fucking Buddha Joe is at inside the place. So if somebody can distract him, maybe that would give us some time to like go mess with his ship out there in the inky black darkness of space.
Unless he's on, unless you're looking out one of the windows of his ship, they're not going to see you out there.
Oh, it's okay. So they couldn't just like look outside.
Yeah. So basically, what's going on is the front half of your ship has kind of flown into the station, and they've put a little docking ring around it. The front half of your ship is inside the station. The back half is sticking out the back. So you can kind of like back out of the station when they release the docking ring.
Do we want to try for a spacewalk to go fuck up his ship? If we could get some time back, we only have one more jump. We're only one jump away.
You guys got plenty of time. You don't have to do it right this second.
Okay, this is something we should do later then.
Aren't we going to meet with Gray to help slow him down and tie him up in the station for a while? Isn't it the point of going to see Gray at this point? At the tea house?
I think the other thing with Gray is to move the product that we got as well.
Yeah, it was mainly to move the product.
Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. You're totally right. We totally do have Gray. I literally just was like excited.
Yes, it does. It does certainly inspire a degree of impishness to go forth and mess with his tail lights or.
I just want to kick his tail lights out so bad.
I wanted to make sure Buddha Joe,
unplug his fridge.
Yeah, seriously. Well, let's see what Gray can do for us, and then depending on what Gray can do for us, maybe if there's time, we will also go mess with his ship.
Yeah,
probably a good idea.
Right, so yeah, and the ships, I'm going to say that you have your ship, a Merkava class Far Trader, then his ship. So you have a ship between you guys.
Given that we have this opportunity, this may mean that they have the opportunity to screw with us, so we probably should be on our guard.
Yeah, and the Imperials will try to keep people out of your ship. Somebody give me a recon check or a stealth check.
Who's good?
Yeah, I just need one of you guys to keep a stealth check. Can you guys keep a low enough profile without Buddha Joe seeing you? You guys can do a teamwork test to help improve the.
Here we go. 2d6.
All right, anybody want to help him out on a teamwork check?
Because I rolled a 5.
Yeah, so you need a 3 effect. You need a 3 effect to make it a success. Of course, if you roll a negative lower than 8, it makes it worse. I think, Lee, you have the next best roll for stealth here.
Okay.
He's like, shut up, son.
So you'd be negative, or 2d6 -1, and you need you're normally shooting for 8 for a positive effect, so you would need an 11 to make it a 10 to make it a positive effect of 3 to make it this successful.
Okay, and with a Jack of all trades skill level of 2, I'm still on a -1 modifier?
Yeah, so what's your stealth?
I don't have stealth.
So you would normally, not having the skill, you'd normally be -3, but we have Jack of all trades, it makes it down to -1.
Okay.
Then you said you don't have a dexterity modifier, correct?
Correct.
So yeah, you're on 2d6 -1, and you're shooting for 8.
I ended up getting an 8.
8. Okay, that's not enough. They do push it up to a 6, but yeah. So you notice, Buddha Joe's sitting there bullshitting with the longshoreman. He kind of looks over. And it kind of gives you like that, come back and out here again, y'all. Kind of like Beverly Hillbillies, kind of like wave.
We've been discovered. Give him a bad hillbilly wave back.
he lights up like, yeah, and goes back to what he's doing. And you guys are a good like 2-3 football fields from each other, so probably say about 2 football fields, so pretty far off.
Y'all want to head to this midnight tea house?
I think so. Unless there's something else we got to do before we do that.
Let's do it.
You guys get through security, no problem. Or first, is anybody carrying anything bigger than a pistol?
No.
Nope.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, they have scanners and everything, so if you're trying to hide something, they'll know. No bombs or anything
Prison
either.
pocket.
No bombs, grenades, or weapons of, or any kind of like chemical weapons of mass destruction.
No, it's not a weapon of mass destruction.
I thought I'd drop that one just in case. Yeah, you're not carrying like some kind of chemical warfare. Like you're not carrying like a bunch of chlorine gas or anything. Then
No, it's not World War I. Come on, mate.
okay.
It's far, far worse, though.
Would it?
Far more
I'll use your
innocuous.
judgment. Would it set off the sensors?
If they have an inclination to be wary of particular medical supplies, yes.
Yeah, no, if it's a common medical supply, no. Okay.
It is common medical supplies.
Cool. Yeah, and you got questioned about like, what is this? Just common medical supplies. I'm a doctor. Here's my license.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys get on the core station. The core station is a lot more rundown than the Imperial side. You notice there's a lot of people or some of their pistols are like cap and ball pistols, like old school, like old West kind of style. There's a few people who are like telling other people what to do that actually have like Walkmans on and like using computers and like some pretty high-tech gear, but you kind of only see those guys and the ones in charge. Some of the people that run the shops have pretty high-tech stuff, while all the workers are kind of very low-tech. Though there are some people walking around, like you can tell that they're kind of the lower class by the way they dress, but they do have like some better, like a better pistol on their more high-tech pistol, or some tech here and there, but not very much compared to like the actual ruling class. You can kind of tell that there's a big diaspora between the two. And the tea house of the Midnight Moon is right kind of in the main market bazaar area, but kind of off to the side. So you have like a big open area where like an open air bazaar. And then you have all the different buildings that have like giant shops and restaurants and stuff in it. And the tea house of the Midnight Moon is right on a corner building, and it has like open balconies that go onto the big bazaar area and little side streets that have more shops and open markets on it. Anything you guys want to do, or are you just going to go straight up to the market?
I want to head straight to Gray.
Okay, you see somebody who's obviously a neon knife. He kind of looks you over and like kind of gives you that head nod, like "What's up?" and complex handshake.
Yeah, give him the elaborate handshake for sure. 100%.
Yeah, what brings you over here, brother?
Hey, partner, what's really good? We're looking for a person by the name of Gray, shot caller around these parts.
Oh yeah, Gray's right upstairs, third floor, right in the main area. You can't miss her. I think they're playing Mahjong up there. Just keep it quiet because I think they're having a big tournament going on.
Yeah, 10-4, good buddy. Thanks for the word up.
All right, you go through. The first floor is kind of like the nice dining area, kind of like for more casual guests. The second floor is like a lot more formal, a lot fancier. Then you notice there's two Yoramani guards, or obviously neon knives, kind of blocking way for the third floor, which is kind of like a illegal gambling den kind of setup. You can already sniff this thing out, kind of like where all the shady stuff kind of happens. You've been in the scene for a while. You know what's going on.
Sure. So I'll approach these two guys who are blocking the entryway. Give them the obligatory head nod and elaborate.
Yeah, just as you walk up, they already know you're going in. Like, yeah, just go up to the bar, wait till the boss talks to you. They're in the middle of the game right now.
No problem. I want to go to the bar and I want to order me one of these teas. I want to see what this is all about.
Oh yeah, I don't much like it myself. Ain't nothing like no milk vodka back home, but yeah, the Solomani here love that stuff. So yeah, that's what they sell. Gray took over this place from some Solomani syndicate guys who ran it this way and just kind of kept the aesthetic.
I hear you. Could use a little more sand on the ground, but it'll do.
Yeah, that's what I keep telling the boss, but they won't listen to me none.
I hear you, brother. All right, thanks for the word. We'll wait till Gray's done with the game.
As you go up, you can kind of tell, like, yeah, this is where all the shady people kind of hang out. They have, like, Chinese kind of style music, because it's kind of a Chinese tea house kind of set up. And they're playing Mahjong in the center of the table. There's a few tables set up and kind of tell there's a tournament. You see there's like 3 old ladies as soon as Barry comes in and like, ooh, look at the man who just came in.
God.
They found him again.
Yeah, they're playing Mahjong with a really old lady, like you know those old opium pipes that kind of like really long, have a little round thing and kind of come up in a little cone.
Oh goodness.
Yeah. She's smoking on one of those, and they're she's like, focus on the game. I'm telling you, you're gonna get kicked out if you don't focus on this game. And they're like, oh, I'm not sure if I can with that ass floating around.
Whoa. Park it in the back, brother. Let them finish their game.
There's quite a few other tables that are playing Mahjong. And as soon as you walk up, the bartender's taking an order from somebody who's definitely not your money, and just stops taking their order and comes up to Zug Zug like, what do you want?
Would like to try one tea, sir. And my friends here would like, I don't know, what do y'all want? Everybody want to try tea? Let's all get tea. Tea's for everybody.
Yes, the tea comes in a pot, so it'll be enough for all of you if you want.
What is this?
I'll just show you. I'll bring it to you and show you. So, he goes off. He goes off, and they obviously already have like boiling water ready, and like he goes over and like pulls up the teapot, some glass or some little teacups, puts it there, and he puts the tea in. He's like, yeah, you put it in there, and you let it sit until it turns dark, and then you can drink it.
But you just put the leaves in the water?
Yes, it infuses the flavor of the leaves infuses the water, and it'll that's what you drink, and that's what makes it tea. They're actually off the plant called the tea tree.
These Solomani folks are fucking crazy, partner, huh?
Yeah. Well, you can tell this guy is actually Solomani. He's like, yes,
oh,
sir.
Sorry. Never mind.
Notice the accent, dude. The accent is always the giveaway.
Never mind. I look forward to drinking your cultural beverage, sir.
Dr. Yang does not mind. It's just tea, mate.
We got anything we can put in this hot leaf water to make it taste better?
You just start drinking it before it actually gets ready.
Oh, yeah, I 100%.
It has like barely any flavor, a little bit bitter, and it just kind of tastes like boiling water. And give me an endurance check. If you come up with -1 or lower, you burn your tongue. Okay.
I roll 7.
All right, you're good. It kind of burns a little bit because you didn't let it cool, and you're like, what the fuck? And it's non-alcoholic.
Firstly, Zug Zug, you have to let it steep for a while. It's the compounds from the leaves diffuse into the hot water. You have to let it cool down to a sensible temperature before you drink it. No, it's not booze.
So it being hotter doesn't get me drunker faster, is what you're telling me.
It doesn't get you drunk at all. There are some...
Well, why would you drink this terrible stuff then?
That would take a bit of explaining, I fear, and I don't think I'm the one qualified for that.
I feel more cultured drinking it. Is that kind of the goal?
Yes.
No. At least not in my case. It's one of those beverages that sort of grow... there are some variations where booze is involved.
All right, then let's make that one the thing that's happening.
Yeah, I heard about something with tea once. It was called a Long Island. What about one of those?
Order some sake or something instead?
Hey, Barry, you're Solomani. You would know all this too, and I think Lee, you're Solomani also. You'd know about tea.
Yes, but Doug wants something alcoholic, and it's just like a Chinese / Japanese. Tea house or what?
More of a Chinese tea house than a Japanese tea house.
Okay, I'm not too familiar with the Chinese alcohol stuff, but is there an equivalent to like Japanese sake?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna go down to that bartender and be like, "Look, man, this tea stuff's not doing it for me, partner. What do we got in the way of?"
I just like I call the bartender over, and
the
I'm
bartender.
Like,
it's like when you do that, the bartender goes, "Tell me no problem. I figure your money warrior like yourself wouldn't like the tea, so I already made you this one, a Long Island iced tea. You'll like this one a lot better."
There are so many straws. Which one should I drink out of?
And then one of the bartenders there, I'll order whatever the correct drink is for Zug Zug. That's the equivalent of sake. And tell Zug Zug try this.
Okay. So yeah, they get you have another warm drink that's in the same kind of almost like to you it looks like the same kind of teacup.
Okay.
And your Long Island iced tea.
I'm going to sniff at them both suspiciously and then mix them together and drink them as one.
Oh, that is going to be horrendous.
That's how you live.
Everyone's on it whore as Zug Zug does this it's like that.
Yeah, give me an endurance check. If you're in a positive modifier, If you come with a positive effect, you like it. If it's a negative modifier or negative effect, you don't like it.
All right.
So
Dr.
1 through
Yang is
7,
even
you don't
making
like
it
it.
look
8 or
fun.
higher, you like it.
I got an 8 plus my 1 for my
So 9,
bonus.
you're like, hey, this ain't too bad kind of style.
Delicious.
Dr. Yang is still in horror. Just the fuck did you just mix together? What sort of beverage abomination did you just create?
And we're now going to call that drink the Zug Zug. A Long Island iced tea with sake.
The Long Island abomination. Goodness.
The Zuggination.
I'm into it. I'm here for it.
We won't need to name it because it'll be the only one of its kind.
Right.
Yeah.
You're noticing that the Mahjong game is kind of breaking up. They're kind of going for a break. The Mahjong ladies from earlier are still sitting at the table, and the bartender kind of points over at them like, "You're up."
Finish my beverage. Wipe the back of my mouth with my hand and walk up.
So who's all going to the table? Dr. Gray.
I'm going to the table.
The old Mache ladies.
Yeah, they're still sitting there with her.
Happens?
Yeah, the Mahjong ladies are totally sitting there with her.
I'll go over there with them. I got an idea.
Yeah, Dr. Yang's going to
Keep a
finish his cup
respectable
of tea.
distance in case trouble starts.
Yeah, we'll all kind of meander our way over there, I think.
So as you go over there, there's obviously like no chairs because they're all sitting in them. And Gray, the lady that had the little opium pipe, is kind of emptying it and like reloading it up. She's not even looking at you like, so I take it you're one of those sand-eating Yoramani from York, from Red's crew?
Yes, ma'am. Nothing but grit in my teeth and sand in my veins.
If you make it back to York, you tell Red he still owes me, and he knows what he owes me.
Yes, ma'am. When we make our way back there, I'll be sure to pass the message on.
So what can I do for somebody from the old country?
Asking a favor, and we would be very appreciative if you could do us a favor and slow down one of the ships that's parked in the high berth right now. Red's got us on a job, and it's critical that we beat Buddha Joe and his ship to the next world in order to make good on a contract that will allow for Red's job to take place.
Okay, well, here's the problem with that, is Red has screwed me over. I'm not likely to do much for Red unless maybe you can make it right for me. As she lights up her little pipe and kind of smokes on it, kind of gives you like a look of like, kind of like a little smart aleck look of like, and are you going to do it?
I'm going to like look back to everybody and like, I mean, yeah, I guess we got to do whatever we got to do here. I mean, what do we think?
Would you guys like to take a minute and talk about it?
Yeah, can you give us a sec, ma'am?
Yeah, she gives you the little shoe kind of like with her hand and like, come back when you're ready.
All right, check this out, guys. Pardon me.
She's like, wait a minute. That one needs to, really? You like that one? All right, yeah, you need to sit on her lap.
I guess I will if it will.
And she throws up like 20 credits. Just, there you go. I don't get it either.
If you're more tolerable, I'll sit in her lap.
Yeah. Right.
Barry, you keep these ladies comfortable while we discuss things over here.
Yeah. These old ladies are probably like 60, 70 years old, and they want you to shake it.
Yeah. Show them a little skin.
All right. Yeah. If you want to sit down in the conversation, we're well. If you want to, like, you guys want to sit there and like, what the fuck is up with this?
Yeah, guys, I don't know who and how Red gave old Gray here the shaft, but I feel like maybe we just go on that spacewalk on our own and leave them to their things. I mean, what do y'all think?
Well, the other thing we need to consider is moving the electronics product that we have to hand. So
I guess we could see what the problem is and what she wants us to do first.
And we don't know what she wants us to do, so maybe it's something simple.
Yeah, it could be.
Well, let's check that.
All I'm saying is I want to get out of here lickety split. So let's see what's good then.
Indeed.
You guys kind of walk back up. I guess Barry's done doing his lap dance.
Well, whatever it takes to keep them happy.
That's the attitude. You're my star.
Yeah, go ahead. Add 20 credits to your character sheet too.
All right, great. Well, look, we don't know what Red did to you, but I mean, if there's a way we could make it right quickly, we're interested potentially in hearing what you have to say.
All right, so I'm sure you've seen the Aslan security running around here, shaking down people.
The big cat fellas?
Yeah, the big cat fellas.
Yeah, the Lion Boys. What about?
There's a bit of power struggle within their little clan unit, whatever these Aslan call themselves, tribes. I'm not sure.
Prides.
Litter, yeah, I don't know. But some of the younger ones are trying to do a power move, and they're trying to push me and my business off the station. So what I need you guys to do is maybe try to figure out how to get the older established government, whatever they call themselves, leadership, to kind of take note of this, as they're kind of ignoring what's going on. And if it takes a little time, I can totally hold off whoever it is from taking off. So you're no longer on a time sensitive level, if you know what I mean.
So great. What you're saying, if we can find evidence that these younger lion types are making a move to provide to the government here, you can hold Buddha Joe in Highport, or at least slow him down.
Yeah, I can hold him here as long as you really need, really. Maybe
okay.
A day or two. He ain't taken off for quite a while, as I control the longshoremen here, so their cargo ain't moving. They ain't taking off.
Okay, really quickly, like meta conversation here. Do we already have this evidence because we've got like the flight logs from that ship that got boarded? Like, is that basically what we need?
Yeah, you have a witness.
Yeah, we've got everything we already need for this. Okay. Cool. So yeah, this isn't really us doing a job. Like, we've already got all this shit.
Gray needs you guys to prove it to these guys, the Aslan in charge.
Okay, does somebody have admin? Like, is anybody good at explaining things and doing lawyering and stuff like that?
I do have admin and diplomats.
Okay. Oh, awesome, perfect. Okay, so you're like the guy we need for this. Awesome. Okay, so I mean, do we want to kind of take this deal? This seems like an obvious deal for us to take, but what do we think, like, as a group about this?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, it looks like it's feasible at least.
We might have to be prepared to have a duel going on. I'll mention that that whatever we do propose, they're gonna most likely try a duel, because that's just Aslan society.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah, they're kind of considered a warrior race. They're kind of, imagine like Klingons. Kind of imagine cats that are Klingons.
Like Klingons, like think the musical Cats if every actor was a Klingon.
Pretty much, yeah. They're a very big honor-based society, very warrior-esque. They're also very dimorphic between the male and female. Like, the females are smaller, about 2/3 of the size of a male. They don't see gender like we do. They see gender as more of like what you do. If you're a warrior, you're male. If you're not a warrior, you're female. So yeah, they also do not fight among the sexes. So a male can't challenge a female and vice versa. Also, those who are older are not supposed to be challenged by those who are younger, and those who are older are supposed to kind of turn the other cheek for a lot of things that are people who are within their territory. They were also highly territorial. So this is all the stuff you need to explain to these guys, Barry.
I don't know all of it. Like, I just didn't read about the rules, but yeah.
Well, your character would know this. That's why I'm telling you.
Okay, yeah. And then the worst part, too, is in the duel, if the loser has to apologize for any offense given, even if they didn't start it.
Wow. These guys are petty.
Yeah, so basically the duel means everything. We can attempt to play a game or something instead of a duel. Most duels aren't fight to the death, but I mean, say you challenge them to a game of Maha.
Okay, so it's like an honor.
Yeah, it's going to look
lower
it's going to look lower in their eyes unless you go like hand to hand with them, and most duels generally are like first blood. So I honestly don't know how the authority here is going to take the information we have.
Yeah.
Man, good job on doing your homework. I didn't actually know you read. I wouldn't have explained all that if I knew you read it.
Yeah, you definitely know a thing or two about.
Yeah, go ahead.
And that's in with your character anyway.
Yeah, give yourself a reroll. Give yourself a reroll this session for doing your homework.
Yeah, great. Sounds like we can make this work. Who would we need to talk to specifically?
Well, it'd be on your end of all this, and and it'd be, what's his name? Lion something. I don't know. He's the big chieftain, head honcho of all these Aslan mercenaries that are running around. Fucking Lion-O? Is it really Lion-O? Yeah, I guess it's Lion-O. Yeah, that's what my man's saying over there. Do this, I'll make sure whatever you guys need will happen.
All right, partner up.
But
Great. What would you say the best?
Still owes me, and you let him know.
We'll make sure we let him know. And what would you say is the best way to get a hold of this Lionel fella? Like, should we approach him physically?
Yeah. I would say you report to him. Try to get an audience with him directly, as all the younger guys are the ones that are running around the station doing the security stuff. There's two different factions running around in these Aslan. They have the younger crowd who want to kind of take over this world and kind of run things themselves, and you have Lionel's faction who wants to honor the treaty that they had with the directorate here.
Okay, we'll be in touch.
All right, now fuck off.
Duels shop too.
He kind of does the little like with both hands, kind of like shoo, like no, fuck off.
Whatever.
Yeah, I was halfway figuring that we were talking to the lady from Kung Fu Hustle, the landlord.
It's kind of what I kind of modeled this character after. So you're on the third floor of the tea house. You're gonna get another Long Island iced tea, or you're gonna get a normal tea.
We need to be sober. We're working now. We got to go deal with these giant lino types. I mean, I need to be sober-ish if I'm gonna fight.
Did the captain from the Moonrunner finish up his paperwork as far as like his stuffs?
No, he's still on your ship.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go and talk to him about what he is and isn't willing to discuss with this Lino dude.
And as you guys are heading out to the ship, you notice three familiar people sitting at the bar on the first floor. You see Buddha Joe, Snowman, and the giant gorilla sitting at the bar. They haven't noticed you yet.
Oh shit! What's your cocktail juice?
They have their backs to you.
Let's bugger off.
As you guys almost make it to the door, you can hear like, "Oh lordy, wait, you guys ain't gonna get out of here without having a drink with us now, are you? You're that crew of the Yormani Queen, ain't you?"
We're on the clock. Sorry, mate.
You sure? I'm buying the first round.
I think we've had a few too many already.
Hey, Snowman, you're about to get up on that open mic night over there. You see Snowman like, oh, yeah, he kind of points at him and like starts getting ready to play some music on the open mic night.
Oh, God.
I don't think y'all have met Randy over here. The gorilla guy, the gorilla gives you a little like salute, like, hey, what's up? Kind of like wave.
I'll wave him back and like, sorry, Buddha, but we really got to take care of some business before we.
Oh yeah, I get it. You're in a hurry. You guys are going to try to get out of here before I do. I'm just going to say good luck on all that. I doubt you're going to do it, but good luck trying and all.
Alrighty then, mate.
Yeah, partner.
See y'all in the skyways. And he gives a little two little like finger gun points at you as he turns around to the bar.
Alrighty.
Vicious.
All right.
You want to sabotage this guy's engine?
I want to sabotage his engine badly.
Yeah, the guy just offered to buy you a round of drinks, and you're going to sabotage his engine.
Right. He probably put a bunch of tranquilizers in it or something. He'd be like, here, take your Rohypnol shots. You guys are going to have a great
exactly what I wanted to do to him, but like,
now, I want to point out you're in a Neon Knife ran establishment, so they probably won't let him do anything like that.
We also have to.
Probably got nothing to do with it.
Well, we also have to sort of keep up the pace as far as
you guys are on a time limit.
Side
Time
of the
crunch.
deal done.
Yeah, I don't trust Buddha Joe, and I don't trust that gorilla either. That gorilla basically looks like a street shark if it was like a street ape.
Yeah, he was like,
I don't trust
he was like, yeah, this is Randy, my engineer and all. So yeah, Randy says hi, but I understand you guys got to get out of here. So I'll see you guys later in the skyways. Finger guns.
Finger guns, indeed.
Alrighty, Barry, as soon as we're on board, run a computer diagnostic. I'll take a look at the engines and make sure everything's on the up and up while y'all are figuring what to do with.
If you look at an info dump, there's a picture of the Yormani Queen. You guys are over at 5 on the mid-level section, at the right across from the airlock. And you guys have the captain of the Moonrunner, which strangely doesn't have a name. I'm just going to call him Greg. All right, so yeah. Sounds like you guys had some questions for me.
Yeah, partner. So we're going to need you to do a little thing called taking the witness stand and talking to some people about what happened to you.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about. You said we were talking about you guys going to the Imperials.
So plans got a little bit flipped in reverse, so to speak. We're going to have you go talk to like the biggest, oldest, meanest, scariest one of these lion type fellas. And you're going to tell them that it was the younger lions who did this.
Yeah, he kind of gives you kind of like a are you fucking serious kind of like look? Like, really? Where's the punchline?
Ability to talk to people charismatically, because it's not Zugzug. Does anybody want to try to convince this guy?
Anybody can try to do a persuasion check, but yeah.
Who can do that?
He's like, I'm not really into doing that. No, they're the ones that put
hang about.
those guys kind of put a hole in me.
Picture of this guy, this Lion-O dude.
You haven't done any look, but you do have a ship's computer.
Barry, if you would.
All right.
We have a log of what happened on that ship.
Yes, you do. From
no,
your
we're looking for a picture of this Lion-O dude, so we can go. We need you to talk to this guy. Does he look familiar, etc.?
Can I get the logs on that?
Yes, you guys have all the logs from the ship, and you easily pull up a picture of the head of security for the planet for the Aslan mercenaries. It's actually pronounced Leono, but everybody locally calls him Lion-O.
Yeah, which is probably causing some of the problems.
Yeah, he's a very older Aslan, going gray. He doesn't seem quite as like or. You see some of his actual picture, then you see some of the like newsreels of him. He doesn't seem quite as energetic and buff as he is in all his like official pictures. Yeah. And it seems to be a lot more gray in all the news footage of him that isn't actually taken of him.
His news footage seems he's older than he is, or is he older than the news footage?
He looks older than he is in the actual official pictures of him. The official pictures, he looks like superhero buff. I am a fucking Chad Lion guy. I kick everybody's ass. But you see,
they're doing that thing with all the images of Donald Trump. Like that's basically what we're talking about here, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, he's totally like no gray hair in all his official pictures, but he has like gray hair. He's not as buff anymore. You can tell he's a lot older now than he is in all his official pictures.
Okay, gotcha. Following you. I honestly don't know how to approach this guy.
Well, we need to know whether or not this guy recognizes their head of security as well.
Yeah, when you show him the picture, he's like, no, he wasn't one of those guys. The other guys that got me were a lot younger and a little bit more. Not their armor wasn't quite all that fancy.
Yeah, but well, as near as we can discern, this is the swiftest way to get the lads that gave yourself and your crew as much hassle as they did into, custody of some variety or another.
Well, what about this? Why don't you guys go talk to him and suss out the situation, and we can maybe meet him on the Imperial side of the checkpoint.
Yeah, we'll see if that flies.
We do have all the logs and everything from the ship showing what happened.
Yeah, I don't want to get snatched from the other side. I don't have any interest in crossing that border if I don't have to.
Yeah, considering what you've been through, that is indeed fair enough.
I don't think anybody really wants to cross that border.
Not the worst place I've been.
Yeah, but you didn't get shot up by a whole bunch of Aslan who are supposed to be the security people here.
I guess. Hopefully not, though.
So yeah, you go talk to them. I'll meet whatever liaison they have, if they seem receptive on the Imperial side. So I have Imperial security on this side to protect me.
I understand. It's pretty reasonable.
Yeah, a very wide open, very public area, not on the ship.
Especially considering what happened to the guy, I don't blame him.
All right. Sounds like we're gonna have to go and get a hold of this guy and make arrangements.
All right. You do notice in the when you looked up the logs for the head of security for the whole planet, they're headquartered on the actual high port, so they do have an office. You might need a admin role to set up an appointment or go negotiate or something. I'll leave how you approach this situation and approaching these guys to get a meeting.
I think this is Arthur's arena.
I just want to say, like, going in and kicking down the front door, like, I want to talk to the chief of police, doesn't really get you anywhere. So you might want to.
We got to go in with more tact and diplomacy, and kind of come in with a sense of respect, saying, with the attitude of, hey, we know something's going on and you need to be aware of it.
Yeah. Is there like a communications call for it? We can just call him from the ship. Screw the going across the border. Just call the guy, get hold of his secretary, see if we can get a direct line to him to set up.
Yeah, you can call him up, yeah.
That would probably be the best solution that I have.
Yeah, so good.
You're still at the same point of, like, how do you approach this from a telephone call versus a going in yourself?
Yeah, just think I have admin of 0 and no persuades or negotiate.
You said Arthur's got some talking.
I have admin of 1 and also diplomat and persuasion.
Hey, give me an admin check. Admin plus education.
So that would be 2d6 plus 2. I got a 10.
Okay, you have an effect of 3. So you realize that you might need to set up an appointment. Using some of your admin skills to do that, you realize that, you could totally call and set up. You can set up one online and or go in and set up one yourself. You need to talk to the Minister Public Affairs Officer.
And you said I can make an appointment online. How soon can we get an appointment?
Give me an admin check.
7.
It seems their website's down, so you're going to have to talk to somebody.
Can I call and make an appointment, or do I have to go in?
You can call.
Then I will call and try and make an appointment. See how soon we can get in and talk to him.
All right. After using the automated system for over an hour, you finally get a hold of somebody. It's like, well, this is Gustav Security. How may I help you, sir or ma'am?
Thank you. I'm trying to make an appointment with to meet with Leono.
Leono, who might you be to ask for Leono?
My name is Arthur, and I just would like to talk to him about the security in this area.
I'm sorry, he doesn't take normal appointments from just anybody off the street. What is you're just talking about security in general? Do you represent some kind of firm or organization that would maybe we should listen to? I mean, he's a very busy man.
I understand that, but we have a very pressing matter that an encounter we had on the way here.
Could we send some patrol personnel to talk to you? Our normal staff who takes those kinds of calls?
We think it might be imprudent to discuss this with them. We think it's more of a higher level incident.
Try to give me a negotiation check. Yeah, because she's not really buying it right now. Try to give me a negotiation check. And how are you trying to negotiate this?
Because I'm dealing with more of an administrative position, I'm trying to use like my diplomacy skills and working along those admin lines to try and find that what is the hook that would catch your attention, saying, okay, this needs to be
an admin check. You can find some kind of loophole to be like, well, according to regulation C of paragraph 2, any ship that is connected to Yoramani of York have a treaty in the Yoramani cluster.
Does my advocate skill of 0 give me an additional bonus for that?
I'd say advocate or admin, whichever one's better.
Admin's better, unfortunately.
And remember, in this game, you have to justify what you're using. So if you can justify using something else, you can roll something else. You just have to justify it.
No, I'm just going to use my admin skills and find that technical loophole that I know is going to draw that attention. And I rolled a 12.
Yeah, you totally do remember because you did your homework beforehand. There is a Yoramani cluster clause in here. Any ship from the Yoramani cluster who has trouble on the skylines of the Yoramani cluster has the right to petition the head of security of each world in the Yoramani cluster, which is Iridasha, York, and Gustav.
So I'm asking for that appointment to claim that right to talk to the head of security.
She's like, oh my god, that is really a thing. Wow. Yeah, these people here are humans are just weird. So we'll have a meeting set up for end of the day. Yeah, end of the day when he's not doing anything, he's gonna get sleepy. All right. Yeah. We can get you here for 6 p.m.
And what time is it now?
Just enough time to do whatever you want.
I think that would be great. Thank you very much for your help.
Yeah, and don't call again.
Goodness.
You got a meeting at the head of security with the head of security at the security building.
Hang on. What in the world was it set up for the security building? I thought that
that's where he is.
The aim was to get some sort of liaison at
They offered that.
No, they didn't offer a liaison with Leono.
Not with Leono.
They offered to have one of their lower level guys come and meet us, which is going to be one of the younger crew, which is what we don't want. I thought we were going to go meet with Leono to show some of the evidence, and if he's interested, we can set up a way for him to meet the captain of the ship in Imperial space. So we need to make that initial contact and get his interest so that he can come into the Imperial side to meet with the witness.
Okay, fair enough.
When you get your paperwork, it says dress formal.
Formal declarations can be challenging.
So I'm thinking we just kind of gather up the data that we gathered to present to him and tell him what's happening. And if he needs that extra information to talk to the witness, then we can set that up in the Imperium space.
Agreed. I think anything involving the actual like physical meeting stuff has to be done in Imperial space, and we should be thinking about protect. Because I feel like maybe these Aslan guys are going to try to kill the witness. If they get wind, the young ones, if they get wind that we have like a live witness, I feel like they might try to ice him.
Right.
Well, if we're too noisy, we may also get lined up on the same target range too.
Yeah, that's actually true. That's something I didn't really consider, but that's a good point, actually, Buzz, as well.
Concerned about what?
We're strategizing.
Oh.
The notion is to get him to, well, get this Lino dude to get to the checkpoint, as to, well, get any further information that this guy needs from said witness. Not really sure if any of the younger ones are which of the younger ones are being a problem. It can be a rather complex situation, or it might be very simple.
I mean, if they were to make a move on us, where would they be able to make a move on us conceivably? Like, they can't do it in the port. So until we leave.
Yeah, so they have control of the station core, and but the Imperial part is the ring that's on the outside wherever all the ships dock.
Oh, so as soon as we leave the ring, it could
like
be
when you're over at the tea house, that was their territory.
That was in their turf. Okay, good. Okay, cool. I don't know. How do you guys think we should play this? This is kind of. What do you think?
Well, I don't think we should all go to this meeting with the head of security.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I think.
I really wanted to see Zug Zug in formal attire. Like, what is formal attire for Zug Zug?
I 100% agree with you. I don't think. Indeed. I think splitting the party here is a good idea, guys. But I don't know. I don't want to override anyone else's opinion. I'd like to hear what everybody else has to say too.
That actually still may very well be a consideration to have. Having some quantity of firepower to hand, or someone that can get away quickly, may be the better of many poor options. We can't just, if things light up, just have the same level of firepower immediately on tap. So
your two best fighters, I think, are Dog and Zug Zug.
Well, that's sort of
Glocta and Zug Zug, and I think your best negotiators are Lee and Barry.
My character actually has no negotiation type skills except for like admin.
You do have diplomacy, though.
I do not have diplomacy.
Okay, Barry.
Never mind.
To fly the ship, right? Barry can do ship stuff, though, right?
Barry and Dr. Yang both can.
Feels like we go like me and Barry stay on the ship, babysit the witness. Lee and Dr. Yang go to the meeting, but that's just a thought. I don't know. I'm just putting it out there.
I'm not sure by what means we're getting there. If we need a good wheelman or what exactly.
Yeah,
there's no vehicles on the station. There is a cargo train that moves cargo around the outer ring and into the inner ring. But other than that, everything's on foot. You do have a few like golf carts for some high level personnel that kind of roll around, or like segways, or.
I don't know. I guess if it's so far away, that does make me feel a little bit different about splitting the party up, because there's no way for us.
The station's probably only like 2 or 3 kilometers across. It's not very big.
Okay.
I think the best team that would work would be Arthur and Glocta for initial meet. Glocta has the appropriate, a fair amount of muscle and can move fairly swiftly and should theoretically be capable of facilitating swift escape. I'm not really sure where Dr. Yang would be of any help in this particular regard. Zug and Barry stay behind.
I say, why do we need 3 people to go for this meetup? Why not just do 2 and leave 3 behind for defense of the witness?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I guess that's actually a pretty good point.
Yeah, that would make.
Well, how about Yang Gang stays back then?
Yeah, that would be sensible.
I guess that does actually make more
sense.
So,
Glocta and Arthur are on point.
Yeah, what are you guys taking with you?
Yeah, Arthur, you strapped, man? You need a gun or what, brother?
I have a pistol, but I kind of want to say I don't want to bring that to this meeting because I don't want to. Yeah, I want to discourage violence as much as possible, even especially with the warrior race. I want to come up with come in with as much respect as possible, so that they're not outright just attacking us.
Nice.
Oh,
like the way you think.
Barry may need to. It may be pertinent for Barry to chime in to clarify other cultural stuffs. I'm not sure how well versed Arthur is as far as their cultural expectations and diplomacy.
I was going to say, I have nothing except for just a smattering of language. I can ask for the bathroom and a beer, but that's about it. Should we bring them in or something?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I mean, is that do we know
Sorry,
that's
you
something?
know, you didn't grow. Or unlike Barry, you've seen the Aslan kind of acting as security officers and personnel, but in military on the planet, but they keep very separate from you guys, so you don't know too much about their culture. You know that you don't fuck with them. Like you're from Gustav, yeah, you're from Gustav. You've seen them around, but you're not like living among them. So I'd say you know exactly what you know about Aslan right now in the real.
Right. So I'm asking if anybody knows about their culture. Is that would be beneficial to bring something like maybe some milk vodka, because I believe we still have some of that in the hold.
Yeah, good call, Barry. What's the word on gifts in Aslan culture? Can Barry do a roll or something to know this?
I'll say that you do know that if you bring a gift, it's kind of expected to be something of equal value given back to you.
Some like recent hunt or kill would go over well.
Yeah,
with
they also only eat meat. They're not vegetarians.
Yeah, they're meat eaters. So don't.
Do we have chicken lizard jerky? Do we have any chicken lizard jerky on the ship?
I wanted to mention that so in case you wanted to bring him food, don't bring anything vegetarian.
We could bring him some chicken lizard jerky.
Yeah.
Some chocobo flesh.
Delicious.
Can we throw a collar and leash on the jungle cat and bring that with us just as a sign that?
If you could put a collar on that Aslan jungle cat, I'll totally let you do it. But that's gonna be a whole encounter within itself.
That's like a whole ass bobcat.
They might read into that.
Yeah, the Aslan jungle cat. You're new to the campaign, so the Aslan jungle cat is like the size of a bobcat with the personality of a wolverine.
All right.
I wouldn't bring that, but they do respect battle prowess. So if you come armed, it'll probably be more appreciated than if you can't.
Bringing somebody like Glocta might be a good idea.
Yeah, bringing someone like Glocta would probably
military
go
bearing.
very well. Yeah.
Okay.
Like
if you don't show up with a gun, they're not going to see you as a male, and males kind of dominate their society.
Showing up like in a military uniform with Glocka would probably go over very well. Like seriously, with as long as you guys are armed.
Okay, so yes, Arthur should be armed. Yes, Glocta should be armed.
And in uniform, if Glocta has a uniform.
I'm not sure about this region of space and if that's in good taste or not.
Which military was Glocta part of? Was he part of?
Volani? Yeah, he's Solomani, right?
No, Volani.
He's Volani. I don't know if that goes over so hot with these guys.
Would a Volani military uniform be appropriate in this region, or would that stir up trouble?
No, you're an Imperial controlled space station area, so yeah, I mean the Solomani might take some offense to it, but you should be good, as this is Imperial space and the Imperials kind of control the outer ring, so somebody might throw something at you, but you have a whole bunch of people who just lost a war to the Imperium, so yeah, the Solomani don't often take too kindly to Imperial Marines.
Well, we're not meeting with the Solomani.
Yeah, you're not meeting with the Solomani. And this world, from reading on the back, I didn't right out say it because it's one of the few worlds in the Solomani Rim that are not under military rule. So I'm kind of, in my headcanon, Gustav sided with the Imperium. So I kind of see the locals as being, at least the Directorate being traitors to the Solomani Confederation.
But Glocta, you might be better suited for just some sort of light, appropriate armor. Probably not in military uniform in this case.
I can do that.
What about if Glocta had, like, sometimes people that retire from the military will have, like, that military crest tie pin or some symbol that is like, it shows that they have that experience without being in uniform?
Yeah, there's plenty of stuff.
Making this to bring into this meeting. So I think we have what we're going to, who's going to the meeting.
Okay. Yeah, let's split this party. Let's get this thing rolling.
All right, what do you guys? Who's going to the meeting? What are you guys wearing? Are you guys bringing gifts or tribute, as they would call it?
I'm thinking either some milk vodka or some batch of pruno that I have laying around.
Yes, we love you. Be our friend. Here's
wait. Not the good stuff. Not the good stuff.
Which one?
That's the good stuff is for friends. You're barbarians.
Well,
you do not get the
I would
good
say, Barry, since you know the Aslan well enough, you know that they are not vegetarians. So bringing wine would probably be a bad idea. But bringing something like a milk vodka being made from milk would be acceptable.
Okay, so milk vodka is acceptable.
Yes.
Then let's bring some of that.
All right. Now,
and I know I'm dressing like the nicest clothes I have because it is formal. So I want to be formal when I'm showing up. I want to be appropriately dressed.
Something shaped like nice.
All right. Yeah. So like tuxedo, suit, or robes. What do you wear?
I would say suit.
Good call, because you're Solomani. And yeah, you want to describe it, or you want me to move on, or giving you some creativity here?
I think it's just a normal suit. I don't think there's anything special about it. He's not
black on black on black. All right, got it. All right.
I mean, he only has a suit because he was a broker. Before that, he was a scouting in prison. So what he did?
So you're wearing like a gray suit, white shirt, red tie, exactly like the main character from American Psycho.
Yes.
All right, cool. All right, Glocta, what do you wear, Mr. Villani? Remember the Villani wear mostly kind of like robes and more ceremonial occasion.
Might not wear something quite that fancy.
So something probably more of a military cut, uniform cut.
Something I can move a little easier in if things get hectic. I ain't no dang wizard. I ain't need no robe.
So yeah, so something a little bit more of a military uniform cut, like fatigue kind of style, with some decoration on it.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, you got your little some of your ribbons and medals and stuff on there. Some talk about some of the campaigns you fought in, kind of representing that kind of stuff. Okay,
I think that's a good idea.
All right, and what are you guys armed with, or are you both taking weapons?
I have a laser pistol and a dagger.
Okay, and
I'll have a.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I'll also have a pair of brass knuckles in my pocket.
Nice. I love it.
All right, and Glocta, what are you bringing?
I think I'll bring. How well could I conceal like a small pistol?
You don't have to conceal it. You can carry those on the station.
Oh, if I can just carry my weapons like regular.
Yeah. As long as it's not like an assault rifle. I said like pistol.
Okay, I'll leave
pistol-sized weapons and smaller, like something that can be justified for self-defense on the station.
I'll leave my laser carbine behind. That might be a little too much.
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to carry the laser carbine. Do you have any kind of weapon or melee weapons?
I will bring one of my Gauss pistols and both of my daggers.
Okay. All right. Is it just the two of you?
Yes.
Okay. So as you guys go through, you get some of the Imperial Marines at the checkpoint kind of give a, hey, what's up, brother? Talking to Glocta, kind of chat with you like, hey, I see you're not in anymore. What are you doing in the civilian world?
This and that. Getting out and seeing the world without somebody kicking me awake way too early.
I hear that one, yeah. All right, get on through, and yeah, if you guys need any help out there, just you hit us up. Yeah, always looking after another Marine. He gives you like a little fist bump.
Return the gesture with enthusiasm.
Right.
He didn't like the discipline, but he liked the people he met well enough.
So you show up to the security building. There is somebody. There's a female Aslan waiting for you. And as I see the two of you, I assume you're the. They're talking. She talks directly to Glocta. I assume you're the party from York.
That I am.
All right, follow me. And you go through some back doors and kind of like you see kind of like a military barracks / police station kind of setup. And then as you get into more of the common areas, it's kind of like where they all kind of like live and hang out. And they're right in the center of this little more domestic area is kind of like almost kind of like a throne room. It has like a big rug that goes down the center. There's a giant throne with a very old, very large looking Aslan in the chair with 2 guards on each side of the chair. And one Aslan female sitting behind the throne, and then there's a bunch of on each side. There's a bunch of other petitioners, and it seems like they're just wrapping up business of the day, and all these other petitioners are kind of getting everything together to leave. And they're like, Sergeant Glocta and Explorator Arthur. She kind of like points you guys like, go.
So we'll walk up and present ourselves.
The female kind of walks around the throne and she's like, and so what would you like of the great Leono?
Well, first of all, we brought this bottle of milk vodka as tribute.
She points at one of the guards. The guard kind of takes it. He kind of appraises it. Did you give him the good stuff, or did you give him the chunky stuff?
The good stuff.
Kind of nods his head like, okay. Thank you for your tribute. And how can the great Leono help you? It seems you had a problem of distress, according to my chart.
We ran into a situation, and we noticed that some of your younger members of your tribe are kind of going off on their own and doing things that do not reflect well on your leadership.
Those are grave accusations. Are you sure? you wish to pursue those.
I know they're grave accusations. Let me just present the data that we have, and you can decide whether it warrants your pursuit after that point. And if it does, we have a witness that we can arrange for you to discuss this with. But let's present the evidence to you and let you make that decision. And I'll leave it in whatever your wise counsel decides.
She grabs it and she's... So, you are accusing, from your data logs, the son of Leono of piracy?
Is that your son? I didn't realize that was your son.
She goes over there and she kind of whispers in Leono's ear. And you kind of tell that he's not quite... He kind of looks like, as he responds, kind of like Theoden. Yeah, when he's under Wormtongue's spell. Yes, how are you going... Or how do you plan on dealing with this? Are you challenging his son?
Give a meaningful look to Arthur as if to ask, are we?
I think the question,
and she actually looks at Galacta, who has a military bearing.
I think the question to be asked is if his son intends to challenge him. Well, intends to challenge Leono.
You're not there. Now, I assume you guys have comma, but if you talk back, they're gonna hear.
The question is, do you sanction whatever actions we're seeing from this data? And if so, then no, I have.
No, we do not sanction this action. And the great Leono says that these are not the actions of his son.
So you're doubting the reality of the data that we're showing you. You don't believe what we're showing you is true, is what you're telling me.
Yes. Where is this witness? Can we talk to them?
If you would like to talk to the witness, we would gladly arrange something in the Imperial Zone.
Okay. We will meet you in 2 hours. In what area of the Imperial Zone would you like to meet?
Is there a nice... I mean, it would have to be a public space.
Yeah, there's plenty of shops and stuff. You can even use your dock.
I was thinking just outside of our dock.
Okay, yeah. And the Imperials will still have security on the dock, too. So they'll keep riffraff out and stuff like that. So, yeah, I'm letting you know it's safe to be there.
Okay. So then why don't we just set it up on our dock? Galacta, do you have a problem with that?
None whatsoever.
Okay, we will meet you in 2 hours at your dock.
And when you say we will meet you, who is going to be...
We will send a delegation of myself and at least 2 security personnel.
All right. I just want to know what we should be expecting.
Okay, I think we're done here. We will see you in 2 hours.
We politely leave if we're dismissed.
As you're leaving, as you guys are leaving, and you're kind of like, wow, that was kind of like tense. There's an Aslan warrior approaches you and says, yes, the mistress would like to speak with you outside of a public area.
Outside of the public area or outside in the public area?
Outside, over here. You called out the leader and gave him a bad face, but she wants to talk to you about stuff she can't talk about in public.
Okay.
And we also have some very good... Give me some kind of like really cool like booze that a cat would like that are...
I think that's pretty much it. Just milk vodka, mate.
I have never asked a cat before what they would want to get fucked up on.
Yes, we have an Aslan tea that is on par with what you gave the great Leono.
We would be honored.
Yeah, you go in. It's a very formal occasion, and you're kind of sitting by yourself. Or they don't disarm you or anything. They offer Galacta the position on the right-hand side of the table, and they offer you at the foot of the table.
Okay. Any thoughts before we sit down with this woman?
I would say, from a purely meta perspective, this is the part where, like, the B story usually happens in a movie or an episode of a TV show. Like, okay, what's the second part, right? Like, what's the two-hander or whatever, you know? The meet cute, right? So I'm very curious to see what this is. But
so as you go in there, they sit you down. They have some really nice spread of like any kind of like alien meat you want. Because Aslan can't eat actually any human food, so they actually have to take a special enzyme. But
do they
if you eat any of it, it's very tasty. The lady from before comes in and she points at the guards and goes, "Get the fuck out!" All right, you guys have just put me in a pretty bad situation, but I like it because we haven't been able to challenge his son in leadership openly due to this our Aslan fucked up honor system.
I'm sorry, due to which?
Our honor system.
Okay.
Those are under the protection of an Aslan chieftain and leader. Can't call out those who are under doing bad stuff. because it is a smear to their arm. Is your meal good here? He's not going to cause any trouble, is he? She
No, I
points
don't
over
think
at
so.
Galacta. Okay. So, yeah, I think you know how it is. Like, we kind of keep everything together in the society. So, yeah, what we need, and you just gave me a really good opportunity to do this, is maybe if you can put Leono's son in his place and give me a chance to get back, or get her kind of community back into proper organization.
So when you say put his son back in his place, are you saying you want us to challenge him?
Yes. I need somebody to either challenge him or really just fuck him up to get him back in his... He needs a good bloody nose to know where he's supposed to be at.
So you want him alive? Got that.
Yes, we want him alive. He is the heir to our
Gotcha.
thing, but he also needs to learn that it's not really all the males who... He points at, or she points at you and like, as you know, it's not just the males who run our society. It's actually us. They just are kind of the tokens out there. And he needs to learn this lesson.
So, not being well versed in the Aslan culture, can you explain to me what it means to call him out? That entails?
So what you sent me is enough to challenge him to a duel because he has attacked one of your members of your society. You can stand up in defense, but it can't be somebody like you. It has to be somebody like Glock. We need another male to challenge him of your society, to put a bloody nose in his face, to make him understand and whisper in his ear that, hey, you need to remember your place among the family. So they know it comes from us. But don't say that part in a very public manner.
So is this unarmed combat? Is it armed combat?
Yes, the challenged will make the challenge. The defender usually calls what the weapon of choice is.
Got it.
Any other questions on this? Yeah, I know this is short, curt, and to the point, and I actually didn't expect you to bring me such a nice present on this one, so it was kind of a shocker to me myself.
Well, diplomacy and all that.
We understand the importance of keeping a house in order and keeping a family together and organized.
Yes. Would you like anything in return for this, or?
I don't think so.
Well, easy. You guys are a lot easier to negotiate with than the other travelers I have met. As a matter of fact, did you like the Aslan milk wine or milk vodka?
Yes, it was delicious.
All right, put on your cargo list 1 ton of Aslan milk vodka.
Thank you very much.
For not negotiating and doing this basically for free for her.
I'm a bad negotiator. That's what my secret is.
So yeah, it's kind of like more of like the females kind of run society. The males just kind of run around and prance around as warriors and beat people up. All right, so in 2 hours, I'll have my group plus the son of Leono show up. And I expect a challenge. If you do well, you can ask whatever their family organization is. I can't remember off the top of my head. Owes you a favor.
I appreciate that. We will see you in 2 hours to talk to our witness.
And she kind of ushers you out. And please take a doggy bag.
Thank you.
Is this a racism?
Doubt it. Probably a linguistic
I
problem.
couldn't help doing that when a cat asking you to take a doggy bag.
Oh goodness.
All right,
so I say we head back to the ship.
Yeah, you guys get back to the ship
and explain to everybody exactly what happened. Who's our best fighter?
Okay, so it's going to be an honor duel. So a matter of fisticuffs.
It's either the barbarian raised by space wolves, or it's the...
What, sex like raised by Volgars? No.
Wait,
No.
what?
Would that expression exist in either of their dialogues?
Probably not.
What was the expression? Hold on.
Raised by wolves.
I'll assume so because
you're Villani, so you outside of Vargar, you wouldn't really know what wolves are. And so if somebody says wolves, you probably think Vargar.
Yeah,
and,
I'll assume the expression exists because I really don't want to have to learn a new dialect and a new language to play a tabletop game.
Raised by
But yeah, were you raised by wolves, Zug?
chicken lizards.
Chicken lizards.
I figured it was going to be sand people.
Mama Chicken Lizard always said.
Yeah, and I learned how to howl at the moon from the chicken lizards.
Mama Chicken Lizard always did tell me when I was feeling down. It got me through some hard times. But I ran the hell away, and things got a little easier from that.
Yeah, when I'm taking a dust bath, I remember those moments for sure.
Now that I think about it, would catnip work on them?
No, they're not actually cats.
Bums. I was thinking pretty much just dusting down the poor guy that was going to smack around whatever the hell his name is with catnip and go, there you go, have fun.
Would punching him in the throat get the job done?
Well, if you can stick it, yeah.
Because that's my default, unless we wanted to do something a little bit more trick shot with it. If it has a throat, usually it doesn't enjoy getting punched in it. That's something that science and the art of throat punching have taught me.
Grappling done right, you can probably choke him out and remind him of not doing in the same fell swoop.
Put his nose in it.
Just whispering in his ear as he's in the sleeper hold.
All right, where are these cat some bitches at?
We need to let the witness know exactly what's going down, so he's kind of prepared.
Prepared
for. Probably. Yeah, that'd probably be a good idea.
Yeah, this is simultaneously kind of a crap show and hilarious. Has he made a statement to?
I'm going to say he has made a statement to the Imperials, but yeah, Imperials are pretty hands off, and there might be a Imperial cruiser coming in here pretty soon, but that still doesn't get rid of the power struggle between the Aslan.
No.
So yeah, the piracy is off because the Imperial is going to put an end to it, but doesn't make your job a little easier, making sure that this kid gets put into his place.
And if the kid doesn't get put in his place, well, as soon as that cruiser leaves, the piracy just starts up again.
Yeah, totally.
Give Zug like a Super Soaker 9000. No, bad.
I'm pretty good at unarmed combat. I think I have a 2 in unarmed combat. Yeah, I've got a 2 in unarmed combat. I've got a +1 modifier for strength and a +1 modifier for endurance. So I can wrestle pretty decent.
And Glockta?
Melee blades 1.
Unarmed combat?
I do not have that skill, it seems.
Oh, all right, it's me.
You want me to shoot a motherfucker? I'm great at that. You want me to have a slap fight with him? It's gonna be a race to the bottom.
Okay, so Zug it is then.
It's on. I'm gonna start stretching now.
I'm pretty sure Zug fights in melee mainly by biting ears off.
Well, Zug, when you're done biting his ear off, whisper into the hole that the guy needs to remember his place.
Okay, deal. Okay, all right. So that's the plan here: is we put him in the position where he's got a tap, and then we let him know. We give him the little death whisper right before. Okay, all right. I got it. I guess ideally I will be able to at some point in the confrontation whisper to him that he needs to remember to stay in his place or stay in his lane or whatever, you know? I guess that's all I need to really communicate actually is just to stay in his fucking lane. Ideally, maybe I can like get to his back or something because he's going to be bigger than me. So I got to try to like get to his back or something.
Yeah, he's going to be about a third bigger than you.
Yeah, I'm thinking I got to get to his back. We'll see. We'll see how the match goes. We'll see what.
Also depends on the for how he wishes to proceed with said challenge. If it's going to be fisticuffs or some other.
Yeah, does he get to call the shot? Because I have an unarmed combat 2 and a melee blades 2, so I'm pretty good as long as it isn't shooting. I'm not as good at shooting. I think.
Anybody have a deception skill?
I do.
Give me a roll on that.
9.
9. You do have an idea that to maybe put the ball in Zugzug's court, that maybe you can provoke him to do a challenge?
Provoke the son to do the challenge?
Yeah.
So then we get to choose the type of combat.
We can pick the weapon. Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. I have a way I think I can make these guys pretty angry.
Oh, great. You're going to have a whole
Release the Aslan jungle cat.
Yeah, I was just going to say, get that laser pointer. Where's that fucking laser pointer, Dr. Yang?
Yeah, that's some Miyamoto Musashi shit right there. Piss him off so he can't think straight, and then it's an easy fight.
Exactly.
Oh goodness! Just
get him to the level of intellect required for that Mike Tyson quote.
Oh god.
Oh right, yeah. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face, baby. That shit's real.
Oh no, the one I posted actually.
Oh, okay.
One that's just terrifying angerish.
I was thinking the same one Zugzug said.
Either one's applicable, I think.
Yeah, I think almost any Mike Tyson quote is applicable to this situation.
He's terrifying. He's unhinged. He'll get the job done.
Even just Mike Tyson talking about like his love of pigeons or something is it's all applicable here for sure. Motherfucker is scary. Okay, so if we can bring them over here, have them meet us in the dock, and Zug Zug can be rude enough specifically to the sun to get the sun to try to challenge. Cool. I'll fight this guy any which way, but if I can manage to piss him off to give myself an advantage first, then I will do that for sure.
So basically, after the guy tells a story, you can just under your breath going, "Bad kitty."
Yeah. I mean, that's
man.
Yeah, you're going to want to be more directed with this one. Otherwise, you're going to have a conga line that's set to kick your ass.
Okay. You can always question his honor for attacking a defensive freighter.
I think
I was killed the dog.
I was going to go for the dog. Exactly.
We're not questioning his honor. We're denying its existence.
Nice. Yeah, that was sort of what I was thinking, is being like, you low down dirty bastard, you killed a goddamn dog. I also do have an intimidate skill as well. So yeah, I can do do I have intimidate? Wait, hang on. No, that's not a skill. What is that? Investigate. No, I don't have that. Never mind. Ignore me. Yeah, I've got you know what? I have slug throwers, gun combat 2, melee 2, unarmed 2, melee with blades 2. So however this guy wants to fight, we can fight however. I'm ready.
Hey, you're a pretty badass fighter.
I'm not bad.
Fighting skills than most of us.
Yeah.
I'm pretty good.
Is there anything else we can do to prepare the dock for the situation to give us an additional...
Anything you guys want. It's the ball's in your
court.
I'm
asking the rest of the crew, like, any ideas of things we could do to try and give us a better advantage? Since these guys are a third taller than us, we're already at a disadvantage. How do we level possible?
Can we mess with the gravity?
Not on the station. You can only not on the station. You can only do it on your ship.
Damn.
We're not getting them on our ship.
Even if we do that, it isn't necessarily going to give you an upper hand. It'll mean that they can hop higher than you, and probably figure the game just as quickly.
So we're gonna have to get all tricksy here.
Yeah, let's think about this. What if we what if we had okay. One of my buddies worked in prison situations, and when they had to send the CERT team in to go get a guy out of the cell, he said that the guys, they would do stuff like they would save up all their soap and they would make the floor slippery in a place. So when the guys came in, they would the first security guy or guard guy through the door would slip or whatever. Maybe we could make a certain particular area slick or something, and have an area that if I can lure him over there, that would give us an advantage or give me an advantage in a fight. I don't know. I'm just putting ideas out here.
Making the floor slick is double-edged. You may indeed need that bit of floor yourself. Otherwise, it might be ideal to potentially lubricate yourself in particular places to make you harder to grapple.
So yeah, I think that's actually a really good...
Too bad we didn't have more warning. You could stop trimming your toenails.
Oh yeah, right. That's the old school right there. That's the...
crap. Yeah, the Aslan might be more of a problem initially due to that as well.
Yeah, they got claws and stuff. If we got to wrestle, I got to be ready to take his eye out of his fucking head or something. For sure. Well, okay, we could maybe grease me up. I like the idea of maybe greasing me up a little bit. Give me some damn space grease. Let's grease me up.
I definitely... Let's grease up Zug Zug.
Zug Zug is in here. I'm basically officially dressed like what's his name from Zardoz. I am Sean Connery. I mean the orange underwear.
Have you watched the
penis is evil?
Yes. The gun is good. The penis is evil.
Yeah, I guess Dr. Yang is just going to slop some sort of, I don't know, space lube on this guy with a mop at a distance going, God,
what is my career? What is my life now?
I like how Zug Zug can't put it on himself.
I got to keep my hands dry. I need to be able to grip still.
Oh, fair. Yeah. Makes sense.
Probably no further than the forearm. Well, not even to the
So
forearm.
let me get this straight. Zug Zug's coming out dressed like Sean Connery from Zardoz, covered in fucking KY jelly.
He's not
That's about the size of
AY
it.
jelly.
Oh,
But,
that would
ladies
be
and
even
gentlemen, I
worse.
introduce you to Rock Bottom.
He looks like he's real warm. Like he's real warm. He's already warmed up for the fight. You know what I'm saying? Like he's got that sheen. He's got that sheen on him. When the light hits him, you know, you can see he's got that sweat, and maybe there's a little bit of grease in that sweat. But yeah, I'm definitely, you know, I'm keeping my body heat up right now. You know, bouncing up and down a little bit.
Yeah, you're in the cargo bay, kind of warming up. You got Dr. Yang like rubbing on your shoulders, like, yeah, you got this, kid.
Yeah, right. Dr. Yang is staying at least one mop length away from whatever the hell's going on here.
Somewhere along the lines, Yang is just like the most depressing part of this isn't going to be the most fucked up thing I've seen in my career.
Greased up barbarian or space barbarian fight a cat man. What the fuck did you do with the Marines?
Gonna see weirder next week.
Hey, at least it isn't you. Maybe you can hold them up, Glokta.
All right. Any other dirty thing? So I'm going to give you a +1 modifier for the wrestling moves that you need.
+1 modifier due to grease. Affirmative.
Yes. What skill check would be good as a teamwork check to make Zug slipperier for this?
I don't know if there's a sane answer for that.
Yeah, I don't think this game was optimized for this kind of bullshittery.
I can only imagine it's going to get more unhinged from here. I think that's already like as batshit as things are going to get.
Oh, mate, I have even worse recommendations to mine that's going to make this go from Family Guy to South Park on amphetamines at this rate.
Oh, no!
I mean,
Tactics might be a good skill to use.
Big, terrifying red Hulk.
I will tell you, if you have tactics, totally use tactics. That will actually, you will not going to be doing good on a roll. You can hand out a boon roll. So he's rolling 3d6.
Yeah, I don't have the skill, but I figured that was a good one.
All right, Doug, do you have tactics?
I got tactics 0.
All right, yeah. Roll tactics plus education, and you can give some boon dice to Zug and one boon die per turn. Basically, you're over there like coaching him, like, all right, this is what you need to do. Punch him in the dick. Punch him in the dick.
He has genitals. Make them hurt.
You guys
I got a 7.
You guys have seen the 7. Okay, so no, you don't get any boon dice out to.
Can I help him with my deception to try and give him some ideas of ways to cheat during this fight?
Sure. And you still get the grease up +1 on any wrestling rolls.
10.
All right, so you get a +2 on whatever move that any dirty one really good dirty attack. You get a +2 on. I'll let you choose which one that is. Wait, did you say you had 10?
Yes.
Sorry, a +3.
+3 for one dirty attack, and that's whatever I choose or whatever Zug chooses.
You guys want to let?
I mean, I like the idea of them calling it out, like they're the cornermen and Zug.
Okay.
You know, maybe
So Lee, you get to call it out during the fight, like the dirty attack +3.
I get okay.
So any dice roll that Zug does, you can be like, punch him in the dick. You guys ready? Or are you guys doing anything? Any other dirty things? We're getting close to 7:00, so yeah, we need to go.
I'm ready for it. Let's do this thing. Knuckles cracked.
So you guys see the lady from before with 2 guards coming towards the dock. How do you greet them?
I'll go up and greet the woman formally. Leonis, welcome to the dock.
Oh, thank you. So you have a witness here, correct?
Correct.
All right, let's talk to the witness. This is my son, Leono II. And he's just kind of gives you kind of like almost a military style salute, but a little bit informal.
Understood, because I'm the female in his eyes.
And she kind of gives little hand gestures of, and let's go.
Okay, let's have him meet the witness.
So where are you taking her?
I'm thinking just there on the dock. We'll have the witness and our team standing by, and then just kind of have them meet in the middle.
I'm gonna hand wave you guys talking to the witness. I'm gonna assume that you guys already told him about all this, and he's down with it. All right, so yeah, you guys get out there. You show him the witness. Like, is this the witness?
Yep.
Is Leono II the one that they want me to challenge?
Yeah.
Okay, so Zug is like pacing on like the other side of the room. He's like pacing back.
I kind of see it like on the cargo ramp of the ship, like pacing.
He's
back
making
and
a
forth.
lot of eye contact. And if you look in general chat, I imagine I'm just doing this with my arms, just kind of like pump up, pump up, pump up.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do something to get him to challenge you.
Just twitch a whole bunch and look like you're gnashing your teeth at him. Look as crazy as possible.
Right
Barry,
now,
Barry, you would know that they ignore a lot of stuff, so it has to be pretty direct.
all right. If he's ignoring me while I pace back and forth, I want to like walk up and like try to shoulder check this guy, just like I'm walking past him, but then like
as you're walking past and they're sitting there talking, you shoulder check him, and he's like, "Are you challenging me?"
I don't know. It looks like you're in my way, you dog killing son of a bitch.
I have no idea what a dog is, but I surely would kill any of them if they're as rude as you.
Okay, so did he ask me if he wanted me or if I wanted to challenge him?
He did threaten you, so you do have grounds to challenge him. But you have to keep in mind, dude, the Aslan are very tolerant of non-Aslan races, so he's kind of looking at you a little bit confused. I'm waiting for you to maybe role play this up a little bit, or just challenge him. Because
if you challenge him, then he gets to decide the combat.
Yeah, I'm going to hawk a large loogie and spit it at his feet.
As you do that, he throws down his rifle. At the very bottom center of his hands, two very large claws like retract out. He's like, instead of doing fists, he has his hands open with the claws kind of pointed at you. Challenge.
All right, you challenge me, so I get to pick the rules. That's how it works.
That's how it works.
You and me wrestling. No claw knife fingers allowed.
He retracts him. It's like, accepted, small man.
First one to say.
He reaches over and he undoes his battle dress, and it kind of his body armor kind of goes down to the ground. He's wearing a leopard print Speedo underneath.
Awesome. Are you trying to compete with my orange underwear? Is that what's happening? No.
The Battle of the Bulge. The Battle of the Bulge.
Wow. Where and when?
Yeah, you and me right here, right now. I just like stomp my foot on the ground. In front of your people, too.
Deal. The longshoremen are like, oh, shit. And they're coming over there with, like, forklifts and moving cargo out of your way. All your electronics and stuff. Like, they're literally making a rink for you. Like, yeah, money's coming out. They're like, I got my fucking money on the cat man. No, that Yoromani's from York. He's one of them wild barbarian Yoromani, not like the ones we have here. He's totally got this. Money's coming out, booze is coming out. Even Buddha Joe's fucking coming over there like, what? Y'all got, you guys got some kind of fight going on over here? Hey, man, get on over here. We gotta go check this shit out, man. Even some of the Imperial Marines are like, whoa, he's gonna fight one of the fucking cat dudes?
Cue that music from Star Wars every time they fight.
So after the longshoremen get everything set up for a good, nice little like fighting area, and all the bets have been taken by all the passerbys, the longshoremen, the locals, all the other travelers on the ring. Like there's people running. There's people running from the other side of the station trying to get this. So I'll give you a little bit more say. If you want to try to figure out some other kind of dirty move or something like that, I'll give you one more little chance while everybody's trying to gather around for this big fight.
No, man, no, I feel we've got a bonus from. I'm gonna let the other players call it if the other players see like an opportunity for a dirty move, shout it out. We'll use that bonus when we can.
Yeah, Lee has that one right there.
Do the Aslan see their mains as like some sort of mark of pride?
No, this guy here. As you guys getting ready, the female goes, before the fight, introduce yourselves in your honor. The challenger goes first. And points to Leonid II. He's like, I'm Leonid II, the destroyer of Redadan Confederation and slayer of dogs.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Get him a body bag!
And I'm Zug Zug, Yoromani of York, and defender of canines everywhere.
Yes. All right, she goes, and fight! He comes barreling at you like a giant bull. And give me an initiative roll.
Okay, that's just straight
2d6 plus either your dexterity or your intelligence bonus. Yeah,
I rolled.
He rolled a 14.
You are first. I have an 8.
All right, he comes in and tries to grapple you with a 7, but he can't get to you. So you, excuse me, this is wrestling, so this is an opposed test. So he has a 7. You need to be a 7 to get control of the situation.
Okay, rolling 2d6.
And how do you try to get control of this? So he just goes in and he's trying to just bear hug you and throw you to the ground kind of style. Kind of he wants to go into like a sumo plex slam. Like, what are you doing to counter that?
If he's gonna try to slam me, I'm gonna go for like an arm drag, and I'm gonna try to take his back.
Okay. You're gonna put in some fucking arm and legs and go for the rear naked.
If I can get to his back, I'm gonna try to trip him, and I'm gonna hope that me being greasy here will allow me to get to his back.
He rolled a 7. What'd you roll?
I rolled an 11.
Oh fuck yeah! You totally sidestep him and get behind him. And what do you do to him when you get behind him?
I want to hop up on his back, and how big is his chest? Like, it's
pretty fucking bare. You can barely get your arm around it.
I like to do this thing in real life called a body triangle, but I don't think I would be able to do that on him because he's so big. So I'm thinking we'll just try to like take his back and like put the hooks in.
Okay.
Which is like to say wrapping my legs around his waist and like digging my feet into his knee pits.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to go for that rear naked choke. Yeah, that's what I want.
Okay. Give me a strength check.
So that's just
so you got on his back. You don't have enough weight to take him down, but this next roll is going to determine what actually happens. You're trying to take him down, but you're having a hard time because he's so much bigger than you. So you're going to have to try to knock him over while you're trying to dig in.
Okay, can I use the dirty trick roll? I have an idea for a dirty trick here.
It's up to Lee.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. Lee's the one that calls it. Lee's the one that calls the dirty trick.
Kick him in the taint.
Hit him in the okay.
Kick him in the dishpan. Hoo.
All right. Now this is a real thing. This is a real thing. You can Google this. This happens in wrestling. Okay. I'm gonna check his oil. That is the legal term for what I'm gonna do.
Is it what I think that means?
It's 100% what you think it is. I'm gonna check the oil. The reason people check the oil is to elicit like a panic response, and I'm gonna hope that when he panics, I can get to his neck.
Do you want to use it now?
He's got to call it. Check the oil.
Yeah, so I'm rolling deception roll.
No, you already rolled it. You just have to say I'm using it.
Yeah, I'm using it.
Yeah, I just want to make sure you're okay with using it. So you go to check his oil, and I will give you a +3 on the dice roll. I rolled a natural 3, so that leaves him at a 5.
I rolled. Oh wow, it's a +3, and you rolled I rolled a 3, but with +3, I roll a 6. So I think.
Shit! You beat him by 1. All right.
Oh my god!
You panicked him. All right. So I'm going to give you so on your next, you checked his oil. You're going to get a +1 on the next dice roll. You got him on the ground. What are you doing?
Okay, so oftentimes when I can't actually finish rear naked choke because my opponent is really strong, I will put the choking arm on their face and put it on their jaw and go for like a pain compliance kind of a tap instead of an actual choke. So I'm going to go for that here. If I can't, I'm just going to try to put like bone on his face.
All right, he's got a 10. He rolled 10 in total.
Okay, so I'm rolling.
And he's going, as you do that, he goes to bite your arm with his asshole teeth.
Okay, I roll, it was +1.
I don't know what +1 effect to whatever your normal dice roll is.
And this is a strength, so I get a 9.
Strength or dexterity, how are you going to...
strength, 100%.
But it sounds like it's going to be more, way you explained it, more strength.
Yes. Yeah, I get a 9.
All right, so he totally, as you put your arm on his face, he uses his teeth to fucking bite.
Wow!
And you lose you lose control of the situation, but you still have your feet in. So we're gonna go and see if you keep your leg hooks in, but you lose your arm hooks. He rolled a 9.
So I'm rolling strength now.
Same roll. We're doing wrestling rolls. He's trying to get you up. He bit you. He's kind of throwing you off from the top. You're kind of hanging in with your legs. So can you hang in keep your leg hooks in?
No, I roll a 4. No.
4. He uses his strength and he grabs your legs and just rips them open, like you're totally like fly spread open as he throws you off of his back and gets up and comes around. It's like, good try on that one. And only if that dog actually fought as well as you do.
Whoa! This fucking guy. Zugzug's angry. All right,
give him a tail and then rip it off.
Again, they don't have tails. All right, so ball's in your court. You got the last one. These are all opposed tests, so whoever gets better.
Cool.
So
okay, I'm gonna rush in again. I'm gonna go for like a single leg takedown here. I'm gonna try to grab a hold of whatever his lead leg is.
okay.
I roll a not good. I roll a 6.
Oh, yeah, just rolled a natural 12, a total of 15. As you charge at him and you go for the leg, he just grabs you, picks you up, holds you above his head, and like slams you on the ground and goes in for so give me a
full mount.
Full mount. Yeah, full mount. It's been a long time since I actually did any kind of training. So, he rolled a 10 on that one.
I roll with my +1. I get a 10 as well.
Okay, so he gets on there, but he's still fighting to actually continue keeping it going. He's not quite on there yet. You're a little squirmy and small, so when his legs go down, both his knees hit the floor, he can't actually keep you pinned in place because he's so much bigger than you are, and you just right underneath him.
I'm gonna try to shrimp out of there, which is like a little move where you scooch yourself away from them on the floor.
Yeah.
And if I'm able to shrimp out, I'm gonna go for an ankle. I'm gonna go for a leg lock.
Okay. I rolled a 7. I didn't roll.
I rolled a 10, 11.
Oh, you totally get out. You get him in to squeeze the leg lock. I'm gonna say one more wrestling move, and you got it.
Okay, and what was I supposed to say to him? I was supposed to say something to him. I don't.
You got to put him in his place. Like, remember.
Yeah, remember your place. Stay in your lane.
All right, I'm gonna roll one more time here.
Oh, I rolled 6 plus 2 would be 8.
I also get an 8.
Okay, so you're on a leg. You have the leg lock like solid, but he's so much stronger and bigger. You can't you can't actually break the leg.
Oh no. Okay. Fuck. I'm gonna switch to a toe hold. Just for the toes.
Just
for the toes. Go for the toe hold. Here we go.
All right.
Not good.
I rolled a 7.
I rolled a 5.
He kicks you off, and you slam against your cargo in the back of the netting, and one of the longshoremen are like, "You got this, man! You got this! Here's a beer!" And like just kind of like forces a shot of milk vodka. Go! You got this! You are your money, brother.
Okay. All right. We're gonna go for a blast double. This is like a desperation takedown here. Blast double. I get not good. I get a 4. Oh no, we're getting tired.
I rolled an 11, so a total of 13. So I'm gonna say you're gonna take some damage on this one. You take 5 damage.
Yeah.
5 damage. D6 damage. Boom! You get kicked, like knocked your dick in the dirt, kind of just like, this is Sparta. Boom! As you come at him.
300 kick.
Yeah, under kick, yeah. And he's gonna go for the full mount. He rolled a 10.
He rolls 10. Zug rolls a 7.
Oh, he gets you on the full mount. He's so much bigger. He learned his lesson from the other time. Now he's gonna go in, and he's going to go for the arm bar. He's going for grab the arm and go around the. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, he's going for it.
Yeah, he rolled a 9.
Zug rolls a 7.
All right, you're in the. You have an arm bar, and he's going for the break, and he rolled an 8.
He rolls an 8. All right, here we go. Rolling dice. We get a 10.
Oh, how do you get out of this arm bar?
I think Zug is double jointed in his shoulders. So this guy thinks he takes it to the breaking point, but Zug is just like, nope, no problem there. I can pop my shoulder out of the socket.
Oh, wow.
Okay. All right, so he just went for my arm. I'm going to go for his wrist. I'm going to go for the wrist.
Oh,
block.
yeah.
All right, hang on. We get a 6.
Oh, I roll a 5. You got the wrist.
Okay. All right. I'm going to tell him. Now I'm going to make eye contact now that I got his wrist. And I'm going to tell him, you need to stay in your place, little kitty cat.
Oh!
Give me I rolled a 9. You break his wrist.
Oh, we got it with the 10. Awesome. That was my last roll. I just took
with that one, you win the honor duel because you did the first wound.
All right. Snap, crackle, and pop.
Yeah, the lady goes, I would have expected more from the son of Leono. And as he's getting up and walking away, and he kind of realizes what you're saying, and kind of looks at his mom and what she just said, and kind of realizes, like, oh shit, I think I might have overstepped myself. Realizing that she set this whole thing up.
I'm going to give him a little butt pat and be like, good game, brother.
Rub it in. Rub it in. Ooh.
Oh my god.
Good fight. That's probably one of the best fight scenes we've actually had since we've been role-playing as a group. Well, all the longshoremen are grabbing all their bets, and they're all taking the money back and forth, and drinks are going around. She comes over and is like, that was a good show. I'm glad you broke his wrist. It'll teach him a lesson, become a stronger leader in the future now that he knows humility.
He'll lick his wounds and come back stronger than ever.
I hope that wasn't a cat joke.
No, man. Oh, man.
She kind of laughs. Well, yeah, I'll have the Aslan milk vodka, luxury good. 1 ton of luxury goods shipped to your by tonight.
Thank you. Looks like it, like renowned or social standing with Aslan.
Yeah, so yeah, you're not. I will say you can put Leoness as a contact on Gustav.
Cool.
And yeah, you guys want to go and talk to Gray and tell her what's up?
I think it's a good idea.
Well, yeah.
Dr. Yang is probably going to take care of, any open lacerations on Zug while it's
I
easy.
need to recover. He's like, he took a lot of damage. He's all fucked up.
Yeah, you took a big, Aslan boot to the fucking chest.
He took a boot to the head.
So give me a medical check, Dr. Yang.
Managed 14.
Yeah, you're like, oh, this is just minor bruising and a cracked rib, and you pull out some space doctoring and like, all right, you're good.
He also is bit, so I'm probably figuring that's going to need to be dressed and all that, or whatever the space equivalent is.
Bed?
It's a space bite. That means it's worse.
Oh, bite. I forgot about the bite. So
yeah, do I need like a tetanus shot or something?
You pull out
Don't worry, you'll get
you pull out the dermal regenerator, and you're able to clean up the wound and close it pretty well. So it's itchy, but it's closed, and you're good to go. Yeah, you guys have just finished up the thing. As the fight's over, you notice the witness had a gun, but sadly, he's a little upset. He didn't have any rounds for it because that little kid's Magnum Gauss rifle or Gauss pistol didn't have any bullets in it.
Oh my god!
That was totally going to be my savior character kind of thing of boom, fucking witness was going to blast the guy. So yeah, the witness is like, all right, I guess I'll give this to you and head off. Kind of I guess I'm not welcome here anymore kind of thing.
All right, bro.
We saved his ass, so he should be a little bit more.
Well, maybe don't be so sulky.
Well, he was a little upset that he couldn't avenge his crew members and his dog.
I know, but we can't always get what we want, partner. But
he didn't break the dude's hand, though, so he does appreciate that.
Yeah, come on, I felt it snap.
So you guys change clothes, or you just go straight to Gray?
I go in my underwear, in my orange.
You go in your Zardoz costume.
Zug is like, the job is done. He's just greased up dude and damn near nothing.
KY jelly and sweat. The Imperial Marines are like, okay, I guess you can go through. You're gonna have to talk to the Aslan on the other side. And as you approach the Aslan, they're like, "Are you the guy?"
What's it look like, partner?
Looks like you're the guy. Are you the guy that took down Leono II?
Yeah, I snapped that boy's wrist like a twig. What about it?
They all kind of pat you on the shoulder, like, good. Not many warriors would be able to stand up to him. Last human he fought in a challenge, he snapped like a twig. And they kind of hand you a few whatever Aslan version of booze is. Yeah, here you go. Yeah, fucking awesome. And a few I don't know, little cat treats or whatever they're called. And they're like, yeah.
They're shaped like little fish.
Shaped like little fish. They're made of meat.
Swedish fish, like little sweet.
Thank you for these goldfish. It's just like goldfish. Yes, delicious.
They're just little sardines or something.
No, they're literally the crackers. They're little cheesy fish.
Just little cheesy fish crackers.
It seems that a lot as you're going through, and every time you come across some of these Aslan security personnel, they seem to show you they always give you some kind of look of respect.
I'm soaking it in.
So as you show up to the tea house of the Midnight Moon, the guy out front is like, "Yeah, I heard." He's like, complex handshake.
Complex handshake. Yeah, you know it, brother. Cotton candy, sweet and low. Had to do it.
I don't know what any of that means, but it sounds very enthusiastic.
Yeah, it's not like I'd buy you a drink, but our Neon Knights don't have to buy drinks here.
That's what I like to hear.
So you go in, you have you see Buddha Joe over there like, "Hey man, I heard you guys gonna took down one of them cat people over there, and yeah man, that was good. I made a whole bunch of money on you, betting on you. I knew, son, that you would be the guy to fucking bet on that fight. Can I buy you a drink?"
Yeah, I want. You know what? I want to take a shot with that there hairy man with the robot power glove on. Yeah.
Whoa! I hope you're not talking about Randy over here. And he points over to the giant gorilla, because Randy's a girl.
Randy.
Yeah, Randy's over there. She looks at you like, "Motherfucker, I'm a fucking woman."
All right, Randy. Let me buy you a drink, Randy.
All right, that's good. I know a lot of you humans don't know a lot about us uplifted apes and all, so I'll give you a little bit of respect this time. But yeah, make sure you show me some respect next time.
I apologize profusely for looking at your overly muscled figure and assuming you were a male.
Yeah, I mean, what the hell's with that, man? I mean, Randy's obviously a gorgeous-looking woman. I don't know what's on with you, but yeah. You should respect the female of the species.
I apologize for not recognizing your inherent daintiness.
And she goes, "Oh, well, thank you very much. Yes, please, I will take a hairy navel."
I think she's already got one.
You're on my team.
I believe that's a your money drink.
Yes, I might know a thing or two about hairy navels, my friend.
So the very obviously Solomani bartender he's just kind of confused and grabs the milk vodka and kind of asks what?
And then I tell the bartender I motion for him to pull his shirt up and lay on the bar top.
All right, so yeah, Randy kind of looks like, "Man, I was hoping it was going to be out of your belly button, but yeah, whatever." Totally, the bartender does it. Takes cheers.
Oh goodness. It'd be a greasy navel, mate.
And,
greasy navel.
I doubt he's been unmopped of all the whatever the hell space lube, so it's not.
She's like,
you don't want to take a drink out of it.
And she totally very. I don't know how a gorilla would grab a very greasy human. Kind of grabs a really kind of like a one-armed bear hug with a cybernetic arm. Yeah, if you ever need some company, you just hit me up.
Randy with an eye, I will remember that.
Yeah, boss. How you guys getting over to that Bill? Bill. How the hell do you say that, Snowman? Oh, sorry, you're about to start playing some music. I'm sorry. Why am I talking to you? So, what's your plan for Bill and all? So, yeah, we got to make it over to that high port and get that ice before you. I'm totally going to be making it there first, but I was just gonna maybe see what kind of secrets you guys got going on. Maybe you got some better ideas of how to slow up the competition and all more than I do.
Isn't he the competition?
Yeah, I'm your competition. Yes.
So you want us to tell you how we're going to slow you down?
Yeah. I tell you how I'm slowing you down.
I really don't want to discuss anything with Buddha Joe.
Okay, yeah. Well, all right. You guys ain't telling the trade secrets. I ain't telling none of my trade secrets then. But yeah. Also, I haven't actually seen you got any of y'all in person, so I just want to give you guys a good handshake and say, it's gonna be it's a fun time trying to always beat the other competition there. You know what I mean?
Indeed.
Anybody shake his hand?
Yeah, why not?
All right, you get a good handshake. And any of the drinks you guys want are on me. I could tell by that other greasy-looking motherfucker over there who just stepped away that you guys already have a foot in the door over here. So, I'm not doing nothing to the drinks enough. Especially after he got the bartender over there to get a drink on his belly button. That was fucking some hilarious stuff I've ever seen in my life.
Things you see that make you go, ugh.
Yeah, a rumor I heard from another traveler from that Merkaba class berth right next to you is that you guys have a person on your craft that has the best hairy navel shots ever.
I recommend that he try some hairy navel while he's here.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, you want to buy us all around a hairy navels? We can probably get your greased up boy over there to get that bartender back up on the thing.
At some point, the bartender has the cleanest navel that exists.
Or bartender's just going to go, no, you bastards.
You see the bartender in the background with a little look of horror on his face.
Why me?
So, yeah, you guys get a round of hairy navels?
Why not?
Dr. Yang is just going to drink tea.
All right, I'll tell you what, you guys can all put Buddha Joe as a contact. Yeah, it's crew of the Thunderchild.
Have you put up a picture of what his ship looks like? Because if not, I choose to believe it looks like a van with some bitchin' airbrush art on the side.
Oh yeah, he totally has he totally has a wizard painted on the side, airbrushed on the side of his Solomani courier.
I love it. Love it. Like a wizard and like a wolf that's like howling on a cliff top.
Yeah, one side is a sick wolf airbrushing, and the other side is a wizard.
This guy's living large.
This guy knows what he's about, and he lives unapologetically.
Well, you guys want to drink all night, or you guys kind of look like you're coming in here for some business and such?
Yeah, we got things to do, people to talk to, etc., etc.
Oh yeah, I got the same myself, so I totally understand if you have to get on yonder. So yeah, he puts his hand out for one more handshake, and man, no hard feelings and all. All right, he just goes back over, slicks his hair back a little bit, like, yeah, I guess that didn't happen. So, yeah, cheers, man. I'm gonna go watch my man Snowman play some music. Yeah. Now you're going up to talk to Gray. She's up there talking with the Maja ladies. She sees you guys and she puts a little finger up, points to the bar.
There's some Maja ladies there, so what were they?
Oh yeah. She's sitting with the Maja ladies, and one of them, as you walk in, you kind of overhear, like you think you hear, like, that little piece of meat. I don't know whose idea it was to put the Maja ladies on every planet, like the old guys from Cowboy Bebop, but
that was me. Guilty as fuck.
Tremendous.
Well, I'd like one of these Long Island iced teas combined with a regular hot tea, and I would like some ice for my knuckles. They are extremely bruised.
Oh yes, sir. He gives you that, and your friends.
Whatever they want, it's on me.
Okay.
You know what? Dealer's choice. You pick something out.
Dealer's choice is the best.
One black hole.
Ooh, sexy.
Ooh. I don't know what a black hole is. Does it involve his butthole?
No.
I legally have to ask. This session is featured, in no particular order, a gorilla woman propositioning our caveman barbarian dude who just got into a wrestling fight with a cat, and I do believe gave him a prostate exam.
Yeah, we checked his prostate. He's good for 5 more years.
He's good for 5 more years.
Questions are necessary to ask.
Yeah,
that's like something.
As he brings over the black hole, it comes in a normal, like mid-sized drink glass with no ice in it, and as he puts it on the counter, he flicks it, the glass, and slowly from the center to the outside, it turns black. Barry, what do you drink?
I'll grab some sake.
Sake. Dr. Yang.
Just tea will do.
Just tea. Long Island or just normal?
Normal.
All right, and you, Lee, you've been here before. What do you prefer?
I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna try that Long Island iced tea.
Long Island iced tea. You're Solomani, so you know what a Long Island iced tea is.
Okay.
As you guys get your drinks, Gray, who obviously is doing nothing and making you wait, looks over and like, hey, Red Screw.
Yep.
Come on over. And there are no seats. Actually, there is one chair as you walk up, and she looks at Barry, points at the chair.
I already know the drill.
Oh no.
Yeah, and scooch that close to some of the ladies over there. All right, so I've heard through the grapevine you guys did a pretty damn good job of what was a pretty big fuck up before. So what do you got to report? Are these reports true?
These reports are true. You had a problem with young Lino and Lino Jr., and that's taken care of.
Mr. Yang is just going to send the video what happened straight to her.
Being a part of the actual same gang that she's a part of, she's looking at Zug Zug. So what actually happened?
Had to pick a fight with that cat boy. Ended up being a wrestling match. Managed to break his arm. Break his wrist. And put him back in his place. His mama sure was happy about it. Seems like we managed to handle this problem for you.
Seems you did pretty good for one of Red's crew from being from some old sand-sucking Yoramani from the home country, and unlike a civilized Yoramani. So I kind of dig that. You know what? You go and let anybody hear anything you want from the bar. You just go ahead, or this establishment. You go ahead and let them know. Anytime you come back to the station, you hit me up. We got you covered.
No problem. Appreciate it. As far as you holding up your end of this here deal, we're gonna need you to put the brakes on our friend Buddha Joe's ship for a couple days, if possible.
Yeah, let me talk to some of the longshoremen and give me a D6 roll. Or give me a 46 roll.
46?
46. That's how many hours you can hold them up.
I got 10, 17 total.
17 hours. All right, so he's pretty much unloaded, but I can make sure my boys take their time loading him up. So I can probably stall him for a good maybe 17 to 20 hours. Let's say just in game or future game terms, 1 day.
Okay. It's appreciated, Gray.
Oh, yeah, no problem. And I appreciate what you guys have done for me. So, any cargo you need?
These people that we need to unload the electronics through.
Yeah, we got to unload these here electronics.
All right. Give me a broker +2 check for doing +1 for being a neon knife, +1 for doing a job for
13.
13. You're selling electronics, correct? Oh, actually, you get some bonuses for that one.
They're desirable on this planet.
+3. So you roll a 13, you roll a 16 in total. You're at 125%. So 25% of electronics
comes out to 1,250,000.
Yep. That's a lot of booze.
All right, yeah, you guys get 1,250,000 paid by Gray. And put Gray as also on all your character sheets. Put Gray down as a contact.
I was gonna say, do you want to hold off on buying cargo for next time?
Yeah, let's wait and we'll do that in downtime. Buying cargo. Oh yeah, we'll end it there and.
Born in the belly of a rocket ship, as from Terra it did fly. His first cries drowned by the engine's roar, in no cradle did he lie. He'd hit Santara by the time he was 4, Galheiden when he was 9. Born as a spaceman in a spaceman's bed, and as a spaceman he would die. He learned every course that a ship could take, found a few more on the side. He learned new tricks every stop they'd make, with the engines he did ride. A spacer's pride was his swagger stick, and his pride knew that he could survive. He lived as a spaceman from the day he was born, and as a spaceman he would die. They headed for Diversa in his trading years when he just turned 34. The captain planned on a mighty pay after running a load of ore. The engine room gave him all they had, but the captain ordered more. They pumped him up to their hottest gain just to hear the rockets roar. 500 miles above the planet's ground, the engines died away. The captain called, "We need power now, or we'll all die today." The spaceman said, "All the boys are dead, and I'm not far behind. We've pulled much more than she's meant to take, and the baffles have blown wide." The captain said, "Well, do something, man," and the spaceman smiled wide. "Except hold the plates down with my bare hands, we can't do nothing but enjoy the ride." But the ground flew up with destructive speed, and the spaceman knew his mind. He couldn't sit in the engine room and wait for his friends to die. So he turned and he put his hand inside where the engines used to glow. He found the plates and he held them fast, 'cause to quit's no way to go. And the rocket shook with a mighty roar, and the engines they did cry. And the spaceman smiled in the engine's glow, for as a spaceman he would die. They found the boys in the engine room, by their stations they did lie. The spaceman with his hands on a baffle plate was still sitting where he died. They took them out, gave them to the stars, not a single spaceman cried. For spacemen in the stars do live, and in the stars they long to die. The spaceman's life for his men did give, and the stars would let him lie. He lived as a spaceman from the day he was born, and as a spaceman he did die.